Hello, everybody. This is Mira, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and today you are here with a very special episode of New Amsterdam. You are here with the Moot. So, to explain what's going on, first and foremost, we are kind of at a turning point for the campaign where the players have been trying to get a group together for, God, however many fucking episodes we've had, to stop New Human, specifically Uncle Lucan, which is a group of booster gangers, highly modified, cybered out, crazy motherfuckers, who are basically just at war with most of the gangs in the town. Lucky has gotten together all these people under one roof, and basically today is going to be that meeting. And I think the first thing we're going to start on... Oh, yes.
How am I still... Has it been a day? How many days have passed by so I know how sick I am?
It has been another day. In fact...
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, technically this doesn't line up with the chronology, but go ahead and throw yourself 2 days more.
Thank you. I mean, okay, so if I'm still in the middle of Sirius at this point, what does that mean? Does that mean that I need the wheelchair anymore, or can I get up and move
Wheelchair
around?
would be comfortable, but you can walk with, assistance. You can walk with a cane or a walker or whatever, but
Okay.
it would certainly be more comfortable if you were in a wheelchair. All of your nerves are growing back, so you're kind of covered in pretty consistent searing pain that is numbed with a lot of, mild opiates and antihistamines.
Okay. What do I look like now?
So you aren't full on Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. You are you're kind of God, I've been playing too much Fallout New Vegas. You're kind of Joshua Graham, meaning you want all of your places to be covered, and you do have to have bandages on large portions of your body, but there's still portions maybe your right shoulder is good, and maybe you're maybe it's your right arm is okay right now, but your left arm still needs to be bandaged, and there's some of the spots on your torso. Yeah.
I have a cyber arm now.
Oh yeah.
So maybe my arms can flow free?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so maybe your left arm then, because you got the cyber arm on your right side, right?
I believe so.
So maybe
You're
your
gonna get a cyber arm on every character you make, Amy?
Yes.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
But no, even fantasy characters, all of them need cyber arms.
True.
But no, so we'll say that your left arm is no longer bandaged. Your right arm, your shoulder, still needs to be bandaged up a little bit, kind of where the arm and the cyber arm meet, Yeah. But there's parts of your torso that are fine. One thing to note, because your face meat is so delicate, that's still mostly wrapped up.
Fine. That's great.
Yeah. Though you're growing...
I walk in and it's just a face mask. No, I roll it with a face.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. But so we've got that going on with Cash's character, and probably she's down in the med bay. And you have Suzerain tending to you, and Trinix, you're down there as well, the classic medbay gang that has formed because of this extensive injury.
Sorry, guys.
hey, you're making friends. But Suzerain is visibly anxious as she's tending your wounds and shit. She's been really quiet today. Trinix, you've noticed the same thing. She's like kind of been a little short with you and been kind of like not like rude, but like, you know, she's very much like, I'm not in the mood to talk to anyone. Like I just want to like go through my motions, like, you know what I mean? Like she's very much distracting herself and like not having any real conversations with anyone.
So normal everyday process thoughts when people are just being butt heads and you just want to be left alone. Got it.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
I think while she's tending my wounds, I'm gonna touch her hand with my hand and just be like, "Hey, do you?"
You know what? No, it's fine. It's fine. She just like continues like wrapping your leg.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you listen? Do you want to talk about it? I mean, I want to know if you want to talk about it. I just don't want to push you if you don't want to talk about it.
I think it's half my fault, but yeah.
No. Shoot. And she like steps back and she's like, "No, no, it's not. Oh God, it's not your fault." Jesus. And she like steps back and kind of leans against the wall and she's like, just fucking, it's my sister. It's good old Belle, just being her.
What is she doing? What is happening?
So, you know how we've got that big important meeting today?
Yeah.
Well, somehow she got herself onto one of the envoys that's going to be coming for the Rin Sparrows. So she's, yeah. So that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. She's doing her thing. She's living her best life. It's fucking whatever.
It's not whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's. Oh, I just, fuck her. You're obviously the superior sister, and she is just angling to find a way in to, I don't know, what's her goals? What are her goals?
And she's like, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really talk with her. Don't really want to, don't really plan on it. And you would know, Trinix, because you've seen her before. This is her like twin. Like they are identical twins, you know. She's like, it's great. She just it doesn't matter what I'm doing, she always has to find a way to do something a little bit better right in front of me. You know, I join the Rin Sparrows. She gets better at the Rin Sparrows. I start working out here in this clinic. She shows up. More important than the clinic.
I get that. You have established some firm boundaries, and I don't know how much it matters, but I 100% support those boundaries and have no problem telling this person to fucking kick rocks, bitch ass, because honestly, I like you. I like you probably way more than your sister, because your sister seems kind of like a bitch. Kind of like a perfectionist kind of bitch. Kind of.
The worst part is that I can't really say anything, and really none of us probably should, because of course we need the Rin Sparrows' help, and it's not like we can just tell one of their two representatives to fuck right off.
Okay, so a huge net positive to all of this is I am on a lot of medication, and I can probably get away with saying some things that shouldn't otherwise be said that can kind of be poo-pooed off. So you and I know that it's fucking legit. But real talk, with the way that I fucking look right now, whatever you want to say, you just let me know and I'll fucking say it for you. And you can even be the one to be like, I'm so sorry. She's on medication. Obviously, look at her. She's a hot mess express. Like, it's okay. use me
and you
as the
get,
thing you need to say.
You get a moment as you're saying that where she just starts to chuckle in the middle of it, right? And she's like, no, we probably shouldn't. I appreciate the offer, though.
I cannot help what might come out of my mouth because I am currently super fucked up. I mean, girl, look at my face. You can't even see my face right now. Like, I'm allowed to be a little salty at the world, and everybody's just gonna feel sad for the girl in the wheelchair that's super fucking bandaged up. You know what? Actually, I need you to rewrap all of this and make it worse. Like, wrap more of it. Like, let's fucking go. I want to look like the goddamn mummy.
And
I want to look fucking wrecked.
And as you say that, Trixie rounds the corner into the room and hears, I want to look like the goddamn mummy. And Trixie just looks at you, cocks an eyebrow, and goes, okay.
Action statement. I'm shooting for new stuff. Hi, babe.
Brave look, she says.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But hey, while you're here, here's the real thing. And I'm going to fucking tell her what's going on. Because it's like, I don't keep anything from her. Like, no, for real. This is what's going to happen. And if Susarin doesn't say, Cash is fucked up, please forgive her. I'm going to need you to say, Cash is fucked up, please forgive her. Please? I love you, please?
Yeah, and Trixie looks at you and goes, the I'm on too much drugs to actually mean the shit that I'm saying ploy. Yeah, I pulled that a few times in high school. I'm down.
Yeah. Oh, this is fucking why I love you. This is so good.
She looks at Susan and is like, your sister sounds like a bitch. What even happened between you two? And it's like, nothing. It's just, when two people get separated for 3 years, I guess that they do a lot of growing apart.
Yeah, that happens. Were you always like this?
No, we used to be pretty tight. I mean, it's not like we ever had a consistent home or parents. We had each other. But then I joined the Wren Sparrows, and she decided she wanted to run off with some kid from the Street Wardens, and then she came back and immediately had more accolades than I did, and decided to leverage that into being the youngest person in Wren Sparrow politics, apparently. And then she proceeded to start bossing me around.
Well, you're a pretty fucking young doctor. I mean, I'm not throwing your age in your face at all. I just want to point out that I'm fucking nearly twice your age and can't do the shit that you can do. Period.
And Trinix, you would remember a little bit of this, because you weren't with the Wren Sparrows for long time. You were kind of bopping around town. But you remember there was some friction. You never really got the story. You saw both of them in the same room once, and it was not a room that you were in. It was as you were walking in, sort of thing. But you remember she complained a lot about the Wren Sparrows' leadership, which seemed really weird because she was really dedicated to the Wren Sparrows and seemed to like everyone in power, as far as you could tell. So that's starting to make sense.
The sister is the one that complained?
No, Susarin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's starting to make more sense. Susarin probably likes most of the people in the Wren Sparrows, but her sister has enough sway that, she fucking hates her sister.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just because they're blood doesn't mean that they have to stay family.
Yeah.
I am very much for found family.
Yeah.
Both out of character and in character.
Yeah.
Your people that you choose, and this is the thing I'll say to her. I'll be like, the people that you choose to have in your life are your family, and that's okay. The people that you choose to not have in your life, they may have a title and they may have the blood, but that doesn't mean that they have to be a part of your life. And maybe one day she will grow up, and maybe one day you guys will find some sort of common ground and find a way to be around each other. But you don't have to do that. You don't ever have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable. And if she wants to continue to be a fucking whopping bitch, then she can do that on her time and stop wasting yours.
Yeah, and she kind of nods and that sort of thing. She kind of takes that moment and goes, "Yeah, you're right. It's just it's so fucking
Messy.
frustrating."
I know. It's just messy. And it doesn't have to be messy, but she's making it messy, and that's stupid. So,
Right.
fuck her. You got us. And I'm going to say some real fucking hateful shit because I love you.
She's like, "Well, just be careful. You're saying hateful shit to a 15-year-old."
I know I won't call her like really bad names because that's not nice anyway. But
What? Trixie's like, "Yeah, you could lay a doo-doo head on her. Maybe say she has cooties."
that would be funny. I was actually, ooh, no. I was going to ask her if I could talk to the adult.
Yeah, no. At this point, fucking Suzerain goes, "That is a very bad idea."
Okay.
That would actually put some things at risk. She does not suffer that.
Okay, that's fair. At least I know my boundaries. Don't talk shit about her age, even though maybe like on like an unofficial way someday I can say that, but not today. Today will be good. Mostly
Right.
good, kind of good. I don't know. I'll
Right.
think about it. I might call her a doo-doo head because that shit's funny.
And and maybe we pull back from this and we pull forward to Ryan, or not Ryan, sorry, Connor, and I'm getting characters mixed up. Connor and thank you, Panda. How did you know? It's almost like the muscle usually is ordered to hang out together or something. Yeah, so you guys are sitting at the bar. Today's a big day, as you know. Today is a big fuck off meeting. Your guys' jobs, as described to you, you haven't gotten anything directly from Lucky other than keep a cool head and be ready for bad shit if it happens. From the manager of the bar. Oh God, what's his name again? Let me pull that up. Good old, not Dmitri, Petrov. From good old Petrov, you've gotten kind of the situation of like, hey, hang around bar, keep an eye on things. Should be tense, but no guns happening. Just look mean. They'll fucking back off if you look mean. You're the lions in the den. They happen to be, well, not prey, but other lions. I don't know where this metaphor is going.
So this is taking place in the bar. That means Valkyrie can be
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
Power play.
Right. And you guys are sitting at the bar, and you're actually probably sitting at the bar next to Felix and Scav. Scav, you guys have noticed, has been keeping his distance from Lucky, not like in a way of like, oh fuck, I'm scared, more in a way of I'm gonna let her do her thing because this is her element, you know. But Felix, on the other hand, has just been bullshitting the whole time. Felix, you have no idea how someone so small can drink so much and be completely fine. Felix is down like 6 like fucking Long Island iced teas. Because like basically walked up and goes, Payne, what are you drinking? And I'm assuming,
Long Island iced tea.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, cool, I'll take 2 of those. And the fucking bartender's like, yeah, sure. Good old Pierre's just like, of course, pours him a couple. And he just instantly downs 2 of them. He's like, maybe I should have ate breakfast. Whatever. And then he just orders 2 more. Keep in mind, it's like 3 in the afternoon, and you're pretty sure he woke up like at 1, like noon at the earliest, so he's hitting the souse. But yeah, you guys are sitting there, and he probably turns towards Connor and goes, so, you've been back in town for like a month or 2, right?
About a month.
Guy goes, good, okay. So, things have changed radically in the month, or before that month. In case you didn't know, the info dev got destroyed in New Amsterdam, and they had to build a whole bunch of decentralized points and rebuild the dev itself. There's a backup now, so that's cool. And 0 points dead. They died when that happened. All of their leadership was in the dev building. The city's pretty happy that Nemo was destroyed, but there, a lot of the people who were on patrol or who got out, they're not so happy that Nemo got destroyed. Alongside that, all sorts of fucking, I mean, about the booster gangers now. There's a real issue, and it's some pretty spicy shit. Great time to be in media. Just like kind of does a little like finger click as he points towards like a pretty obvious, like it's a really high res camera, so it's a little bit obvious to be seen,
Yeah.
He's like, so tonight I get to sit back and film this whole thing and then distribute copies like we're at Disney World or something. It's great. I call Splash Mountain as he like takes another drink.
You do realize that Disney World's underwater.
He's like, well, okay, yeah, Disney World's underwater. Wait, is Disneyland underwater at this? I always get them mixed up.
Well,
Either way, Splash Mountain is accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a lot more accurate now than it ever has been.
Yeah. He's like, I guess. And as you guys are kind of bullshitting, you see a woman in a business suit walk in, and she is flanked by very obvious wise guys, 4 of them, right? And then behind her, like a couple steps, is just this fucking like morbidly obese. He's very very kingpin, He's got like the small head, the big body, he's bald. He's chewing on a cigar, and he walks in and he's actually got a briefcase and he goes, ooh, okay. So this one's fucking crazy. While you were gone, the old Don for the Scarlattis, he got fucking murked, and unanimously fucking Valencia over here got voted, and Groose behind her, he's not super happy about that, but he's fucking nothing but loyal, forget about it, wise guy type, it's all about the family, like one of those things. So that's fun. She looks pissed, and that's pretty accurate. Valencia looks very pissed as she walks in. She's about 5'8", dressed in a sharp one of those like blazers and a business skirt, and like all that good stuff. Pinstripe to the nines, kind of the puffed out shoulders, the shoulder pads. She's wearing an 80s power suit, essentially, right? And she is like very upset looking. She's looking around, and as she's looking around, you see like 10 of the rattiest looking dudes that you have seen like walk in. Like these dudes, they're not dressed nice, they're dressed comfortable. Some of them have nice-ish remnants of clothes on, but most of it is just like tactical gear and streetwear, and behind them, walks this 7'8" monster of a man. Huge dreadlocks coming down, the kind that are dirty looking, you know, not the kind that look like they're taken care of and braided, but the kind that just form from kind of like a dude who doesn't shower a lot and got them out of convenience, you know. He's like, oh shit, and that's the Mac. He's the current King Rat. He's actually been King Rat for like 2 years. That's beaten his last competitor by 7 months. So he's been here to stay for a while. And you know, you see him kind of walk up and be like, Valencia, it's pleasure to see you. Always good to see you. Always good to see. And Valencia's like, I don't care what you have to say. We're going to have this meeting, or you're going to get shot. And just immediately Lucky comes down. And you guys see Lucky kind of just like, Valencia, Mac, please, my office. And starts leading them towards her office, right? Up the stairs and that sort of thing. And as that's happening, Scene, you are walking down the stairs. You see Lucky and the Mac, Valencia, and Gruciano, which you've met all of these people, I think.
I believe so,
you've
yeah.
met the Mac, right? Yeah, you met the Mac at the donut shop. Yeah.
Yep.
So you see all three of them come up. Goose does not pay you attention. Lucky just kind of walks past you tunnel vision style with like a very serious look on her face. And Valencia kind of looks at you, nods, and the Mac goes, hey, it's one of the best drivers in New Amsterdam. It's a pleasure to see you, and kind of reaches out his hand for a handshake.
Oh yeah, I go right for that class.
Yeah, you guys get the handshake, and then Lucky turns around and goes, I'm not going to, Artyom, I'm not going to wait. We have a meeting to discuss. He kind of looks at you and goes, sheesh, boss lady's a real, what they call it, ballbuster? Shit. Well, coming dearest, you know, which elicits no joy from Lucky's face.
I feel like there's no response, just
Yeah, exactly. As they head back up towards the office. Now,
Paindex will elbow Connor and nod towards Valencia and Lucky. In Sicily, women are more dangerous than shotguns.
That is for sure.
Now, am I supposed to be in this meeting? Is the meeting upstairs? Is it downstairs? Is this just a pre-meeting meeting?
This is a pre-meeting meeting. You've not really.
I'll let Lucky have it.
You were given a specific sort of layout of what's happening. The first thing that's going to happen is that there's going to be a pre-meeting between Valencia and the Mac. That Lucky is going to be arbitrating, and you've actually the circumstances for this. This is about like territory disputes, right?
Yes.
Lucky wanted to head this one off at the pass. She did not tell you whether she wanted you in that meeting or not.
Oh, that's probably fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably heading back downstairs, and you see their shit. And as you walk down, probably would you say you probably scoop by the bar, or what are you doing, Scene?
I probably would scoop by the bar, but then I'd be like, I'd order like a drink. Yeah, I'd order a drink, and then I'd start headed out towards the back to go for a cigarette.
Okay, yeah. And you're heading for a cigarette in the back, and you actually bump into someone that you only kind of vaguely recognize. You bump into a badge, right? And you take a step back, and you're like, oh shit, that's that Detective Rodrigo. He came by once, you know. He's supposed to be all tangled up in all this, right? He is early, as one might expect from a badge. He also reeks of booze, but seems to have his shit together, which also probably checks out for a detective. And he bumps into you and he goes, oh shit, sorry. Scene, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
you
he in the
going?
back of our bar, or is he just in the bar, like near the back?
He's in the back.
I need to rephrase that, because
Mm-hmm.
that's where Valkyrie is. That's where she
Oh,
stays.
he came in through like the back door by the loading bay. Oh yeah, and yeah, Valkyrie has that spot where is that in the loading bay where Valkyrie's set up?
I don't know the full layout of the building, but she essentially just guards the back room until we say otherwise.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the
Because
Dutchman would
yeah,
probably have
there's
the safe word, so they could probably let
right.
him through. Okay. I was just like, because we might have an issue. But yeah, I mean, if
No,
the
no.
Dutchman let him in, then I assume I would have something set up for Valkyrie to not
Right.
attack that.
And
Okay.
yeah, you start to realize, wow, Lucky just kind of gave this guy permission to be in the back because, like, well, that's like the Dutchmen are not going to be dissuaded, badge or no badge, you
Right.
know. And you kind of were not told about this. You weren't told that this badge would be cool to just hang around in the back. How does that, like, does that make you nervous that there's like a cop in the back of your building, or because there's a lot of illegal shit back there?
No. As much as I hate that Lucky doesn't seem to trust me, I trust her enough. If
Right.
she's gonna let this guy back here, I'm gonna let it all fall on her. So I mean,
Yeah. He looks at you and goes, "You going out for a dart?" And kind of holds up a cigarette.
pull out one of my own. You know it.
And he's like, "Need some company?"
Sure, why not? I've got like a
Kind
glass
of.
in the other hand.
Yeah. He kind of nods and is like, sick. Or no, you'd probably be like, right.
Shit.
Yeah, right on. And you guys head off into the back. It is pissing rain down. There's a nice little awning where all sorts of people smoke. Matter of fact, this area is getting more and more crowded the more people of like this moot file into the bar. You notice that first of all, like 6 of these river rat dudes are smoking cigarettes back there, you know. And then like 2 of the Scarlattis, and they are they, they are both under this awning, but this awning is not that wide,
Right.
and yet still it feels like there's a fucking valley between them. You know what I mean? They are keeping their distance as much as possible and keeping to each other or keeping to themselves. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah, and you head back, and Rodrigo kind of lights up his smoke. He offers to light your smoke, you know.
Yeah, I let him. I got 2 hands full, so.
Right. Kind of goes, looks like shit's gonna get heavy.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you're talking about the rain or you're talking about inside.
He kind of smiles and goes, could be both. Leans back against the wall and takes another puff, you know. Goes, so, out of all the people here, you think that anything's gonna fucking happen? I know I'm probably not a welcome quantity, typically.
Honestly, my greatest worry is that if this has gotten to the new humans, what they're going to do during Mute. I mean, it is a meeting of all those in power and all in one small building.
Kind of nods and goes, yeah, that's a little bit dangerous. You know, kind of goes, hopefully no issue or no issue's gonna happen. Meanwhile, you guys back at the bar. Hello, Gunner. You guys
Yay!
back at the bar. You see a particularly well-dressed group come in. It is not at all like everyone can clock them immediately. This is the Yakuza, right? They don't exactly keep themselves secret. They are very showy about, like, yes, we have dragon tattoos. Yes, we are wearing traditional salaryman suits in bright colors. Yes, we have katanas. Like, you know, very, very Yakuza. You notice, yeah, you notice that there is a big motherfucker with them who is kind of leading the flank. And leans over. Felix leans over and goes, "Yep, that's Toshikatsu. He's gotten a bit of a reputation around here. He's only been in town for less than a month, and he's already busted more skulls than I think most people can count, at least on their 2 hands, unless they got 4 hands. And this might strike you as strange, Connor. Yakuza never had anyone here in New Amsterdam. Matter of fact, the city kind of had a reputation for being very Eurocentric in its gangs. Like, not a lot of people from the East, except for kind of Eastern Bloc countries. You know, like the River Rats. You would know about the River Rats. They're like a Slavic kind of mishmash, and Bonda is Bonda is Russian, just straight up. They're ex-KGB. But yeah, so they're coming in, and there's one other thing you notice. There is a woman with them who is flanked on both sides with 2 very open street samurais. They're actually wearing armor. Like, they're wearing suits, but they're the kind of padded suits they're the kind of shit you couldn't get past anyone. It's like, oh, why are your suits so bulky? Why do you look like you're in a Talking Heads music video? You know. Yeah, they've got exactly. So they've got their swords, to their side, flanking on either side. One lefty, one right-handed, on either side of this woman. And Felix kind of leans in and goes, "And I haven't got a foggiest who the hell she is, but she looks important." And that she does. She is in full geisha-style apparel, face paint and all. Very, very showy, Yeah, they're probably with two more Yakuza types who aren't like direct guards, and immediately they go to the bar, and Pierre, you guys have seen these 2 around the bar. They like to hang around here. Pierre knows their order, gets them some nice hot sake, probably gives everyone at the bar a refill. Ryan or Connor, you probably get some scotch, refilling your glass. Yes, Cash.
Can Cash have come in at this point? Because, oh my god, I just want to see it all happen. I want to be there.
Cash, you actually, it's about this time that Suzerain, Trixie, and Trinix have all kind of made their way out of the med bay up into the bar. And you roll up and you see the Yakuza coming in. You might as well hear a fucking shamisen strike a fucking chord as they walk in. Like, this is a statement. You know what I mean? They fucking walk in like they fucking know who they are. And Trixie probably goes, "Show off much?"
I fucking love it. We should buy suits like that.
She goes, "If I'm gonna go out looking like a Japanese clown, I might as well look for some pre-World War II entertainment."
Babe, it's like I don't even know you.
She kind of shrugs and goes, "What can I say? Yakuza are a piece of shit. I used to have family in Nippon City."
I know.
Emphasis on used to, hun.
I know. It just, when it did look at how nice they looked, but now.
Yeah. And she kind of shrugs and goes, "No, nothing on you." And she's like, "You can wear those suits whenever you want," as she kind of wheels you over to the bar.
You think they will fit over my bandages?
Maybe. Look at how bulky they are. Oh, go ahead, Trinix.
I was going to say, you might want to wait until after the bandage thing, but hey, more power to you.
Yeah.
I want to
go ahead.
I want to roll up to the bar when they go to get their drink, and I just want to be like, "Hi, I'm Cash, and I'm fucked up, right? Like, I look fucked up. I'm rolling up in a fucking wheelchair.
Keep in mind, the only people going to the bar, specifically the bar, are 2 of the Yakuza, like, goons.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The lady seems, like, near inapproachable. She is flanked.
Yeah, no,
and
I don't.
This Toshikatsu guy is right in front of her, and he looks mean.
Yeah, no, I don't really. I don't want to fuck with them. I don't want to fuck with anybody. I just want to go and say hi. And I just want to
you roll up to these 2 guys. Yeah. And one of them looks at the other one and says something in Japanese. And then they just kind of shrug and continue to get their drink.
What did he say? Because I know Japanese.
You know Japanese?
Yeah, I'm from LA, Tokyo, remember?
Rip.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, they say some expletives about you being a foreigner and you being stupid.
Foreigner in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
As soon as her face changes to looking upset.
Oh no, I'm not upset. I'm gonna look up at them and in Japanese go, "You guys don't seem very nice, and I'm disappointed." And I'm just gonna roll my ass back, and I'm not even gonna fucking look back.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're fucking Yakuza.
I know.
You think they care?
I know. I'm just like irritated because it's like, fuck off. I just wanted to be friends.
Yeah.
Damn it, room full of violent gang members. In Amsterdam.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then I'd say to Connor, "Oh, I looks like our hacker didn't get her face smashed in."
Yeah, and
not yet.
Yeah, and to clarify, it's stream non-appropriate things about foreigners, if you catch my drift. Very typical Yakuza shit.
Okay, well then in
very,
that
like,
case,
casually racist shit.
Oh, well in that case, I will fucking say to them, "Go fuck your mother," and then turn around and roll away.
One of them is about to do something, and the other one kind of holds him back. You know, with like puts a hand in front of his chest and just says, "It's not fucking worth it." And
no,
then
it's really not.
Look at that one. Just do the.
Oh, you get daggers before, and he takes an extra second staring you down before he goes back to the bar, like looking across the bar. You know, his friend seems to be a little bit older and a little bit wiser, and kind of draws him in with some conversation, like, hey, over here, like, hey, we're talking. You know what I mean? One of those situations. The body language is universal. You know what I mean? But you get the picture. This younger guy is a little bit chapped about that.
One more thing I like to do is when I roll back, I'm going to look at them casually, very casually, but keeping an eye, probably a left eye on them. And I'm going to run their faces through the info dev because I'd like to know everything about these little sons of bitches.
Make me I'm going to roll this forward for all of your IDs, right? Because you've already expressed in DM wanting to ID at least one person. Go ahead and give me a interface roll. Also, I have gotten that message from 19 minutes ago, Brian. I did not see it until now. But yes, I am aware now.
Oh yeah, just in case.
I'm going to bide my time and I'm going to let everyone gather. But at some point, I want to make an entrance as things just settle down. Like, as everyone gets in and gets settled down, that's where I want to make my entrance.
Yeah. And make a scene as seen. I love it.
I've got to get dressed
Riding
up.
in
I finished
on
my
a balcony.
cigarette.
Yeah. But we'll get back to that in half a second.
Yes, you got time.
So, yes. So, Amy, the 2 people that you run, I'm not going to come up with names for them because they're bit characters in this play that is New Amsterdam. But needless to say, these guys in Nippon City are known as pretty mean dudes. The younger one specifically has a pretty sketchy record involving a lot of dismemberments to send messages. The older guy, you can't find shit on, but it's not like one of those, oh, he's never done anything. It's one of those very clearly, oh, he paid to have his record scrubbed.
Okay.
So,
got it.
yeah, these are two pretty obviously dangerous individuals, you know.
Right.
And they're not going to bring anybody but their most loyal heavy hitters to a meeting like this, you know.
Sure. What I would then like to do, at least for the young one, is I would like to make a 20 credit donation to the Church of Scientology in his name.
I love it. Absolutely. Yeah, which is, of course, still around in New Amsterdam. In fact, there is probably a Church of Scientology in New Amsterdam. I have not designed something like that, but it sounds like something that'd be in Museum Clean. So,
his name,
make
and
a donate.
I make the donation, and because I have enough information to know like his regular hunts, and maybe even his home address, maybe.
Not his home address, but you would know roughly where to send this.
Yeah. So it's good for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
Love that. And as you're doing that, right? We then have another entrance. You see a bunch of dudes in a mixture of like American classic biker style and like Japanese kind of like mini bike shit and like your Euro tuner shit. You know what I mean? Like you've got all sorts of mix. The only thing that's obvious is these guys ride on things that are two wheels. There's an older dude who has a big white beard. He almost would look like Santa if he didn't look so methy. He's got a leather jacket on with like a bunch of or a leather vest with a bunch of patches all covered, right? And Felix leans over to all of you and goes, "That right there is the ghost of the street wardens, and by that I mean the street wardens may as well not even exist." And there's like 4 or 5 other bikers with him, you know. And he goes, "That's Max, man." And Connor, you would actually recognize this name, not for any particular reason other than the fact that he's kind of an institution in New Amsterdam. He's kind of just always been around. People know about him that he rode in the Americas back before the corporatization of the world. He was part of an MC, and he's got a hell of a rap sheet for leadership, you know. But past that, I mean, getting crime records from like the USA is like, at this point, the entire federal government has decentralized and there's huge zones that are controlled by either states or corporations. So like standardization is gone, especially after the internet like dumpstered, you know, and the info dev got built. Like a lot of shit got lost. Probably this guy's stuff as well. All that's left on him is what he's done in New Amsterdam, which is considered general mischief and small crime. Yeah, he runs a gang, but really his biggest enemy is Yachthond, the people who rent out bikes, scooters, and motorbikes around town. His big racket is that his guys go out, steal a whole bunch of Yachthond vehicles, come back, chop them up for parts, put them in new vehicles, and then toss their husks into the canal. In fact, that's a big problem with everybody. Lots of people love to just like rent one of these things, and because there's literally no collateral, they'll rent it, spend 50 eddies, and then once they're done with whatever sketchy shit they were doing getting a ride there, they'll just huck it into the fucking canal so there's no evidence, you know? It's like, what are they gonna do? Trace one scooter out of like 6,000 in the like square kilometer that is like the fucking Amstel? Like, no. But yeah, they come in. Next, is a group of very military-looking folks. All these guys are ex-military. Connor, you don't even need introduction. Matter of fact, for everyone else who's there, Felix says, that is the 9th Street Goons. One of the tightest groups here in New Amsterdam. A bunch of veterans. Connor, you know these guys because ever since you've been in Amsterdam, one or two guys every once in a while who you served with in Africa or in Asia or in Australia or anywhere, right, end up in 9th Street Goons. If they're a vet and they served in Africa especially, they end up at 9th Streets. It's essentially its own sovereign nation in the middle of New Amsterdam, and they don't really bother many people unless they get bothered. And right now they're getting bothered by a lot of people, you know. They kind of walk in and points out, that's Corporal Amani. We've helped her out a few times as far as I understand. Stories from Lucky and that sort of thing. Pretty solid leader. She doesn't really she respects us, I think. You know. And you know, they kind of come in and these goons scene out back, it's just getting more crowded. Like every 5 minutes it seems a couple people from another gang come out and start smoking cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like there's fucking like ex-military dudes, which you know as 9 Streets. You've met 9 Streets a couple times now. You know, there's a Yakuza guy who comes out. He really stays to himself. He's an old looking dude, but he most certainly, he's got that look about him, you know. Seems that people are bullshitting. At this point, the Rats and the Scarlattis have taken up a friendly, not so friendly wager. You know the kind where it's like, yeah, we're all just goofing around, right, guys? And everyone else goes, right. You know, that kind of really tense shit over a dice game that's happening. One of them just happened to have a couple dice, and you suspect that they might be loaded, but you can't really prove it yet, you know? But yeah, River Rats are fucking throwing a little dice game back here. It's clear that there's an extracurricular event happening back here at this point. Rodrigo is hanging back with you, just kind of watching all of them, and everyone in turn is definitely watching him. He's not hiding that he is a detective for White Wolf, you know.
Right.
Meanwhile, up at the front, you guys see, I swear, there's only a few more, but I really want to express how fucking big this Moot is, right? There's a lot of goddamn players. Next, you guys see a single person come in a very nice business suit with a lapel that all of you recognize. It is the Leitner family seal. It does not matter who you are. The Leitners control the world. They're kind of like the Habsburgs were. There's a Leitner in every dynasty, so to say. You know, they've got their fingers in every pie, be that political, be that leadership, or be that corporate. Hell, they've got a lot of ties to crime, but no one can ever quite pin it on the Leitners. You know what I mean? Kind of goes,
they're the coaches.
Yeah.
The Cokes.
Yeah, they're the Cokes. Yeah.
The Cokes. I guess just the one now because the other one's dead. All right, we can continue.
Yay! Anyway, so you guys, you know, Felix goes, I don't know who that is. It's pretty obvious to tell his type, though. Leitners really didn't do shit for this, except for keep White Wolf off on one front for 9 Street, so I don't know what the hell he's wanting, but I guess he's here just to keep an eye on things. You know,
he was invited.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got Zween Shemaya, who comes in with Belladontra and Chiroprace. Now, pretty much everyone here recognizes Belladontra, because you guys have all worked with Belladontra multiple times. And even if you've never seen her in a professional sense, all of you have seen her around the club. She frequents the club relatively regularly. You know that she operates Club Fuck, which is like trademark the sleaziest club in New Amsterdam. It's an S&M club where quite literally anything goes. Matter of fact, the first interaction with nightclubs the Dread Pirates ever had was at Club Fuck. So, obviously Belladontra has roots that run deep with this group, you know, especially Scene. Scene's known her the longest. Yeah, Felix goes, ladies and gentlemen, no introduction needed. You know, and you see there's all sorts of, these people brought a party. At this point, the bar looks like it's a normal fucking bar. The bar has been shut down for business, mind you. At this point, it looks like, oh, the bar's just open for business again. Kind of be, this whole gaggle of people, don't let it fool you. Every last one of them died in the wool, either informants or solos of some type. They will fuck your shit up. They may be skimpy, that doesn't mean they're not fast. And yeah, you see a group of people walk up to the bar and essentially be like, can I get a margarita? Like, sort of thing, you know, like beside you guys. And they're like kind of goofing around, and you notice, hey, that's a big goddamn pistol on her hip. You know what I mean? And then, huh?
Hello, Belladontra.
Yeah, you see Belladontra walk in, Morticia Adams as ever, who just like walks up to the bar, and before she can say anything, Pierre, with all of the grace and aplomb possible, hands her a glass of red wine and rattles off just this like, hey, this is pre-1950s wine. It's from this region of France. Before the nuke went off in France, like it was kept in like a lead-lined area, and here's like the vintner's pedigree, and she just like pauses, takes a sip. This is acceptable. And she sits down and starts having a casual conversation with Pierre, like they're old friends.
You.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, right? You see tall goth mommy just sitting there fucking like casually shooting the shit with Pierre. Seems very relaxed. Also apparently the only person who's allowed to smoke in this bar because she doesn't give a fuck.
I will just say one thing. Pierre is the one person on my staff I would trade any of you for, and it's because of this. If Pierre got captured and they had to take one of you, you know, in trade, I would give up pretty much any one of you.
God.
Sorry.
That now.
It's
like,
just
what
good.
The hell?
It's just business, okay?
Yeah. And then finally, the last group that comes in, I know. It's a lot of people. It's a big event. You guys see a bunch of ratty looking folk who come in. They're trying to present as nice as they can. There's about 10 of them, and these people don't necessarily look like fighters. There's a couple of them that look like solos, but I mean, like, they're the kind of solos that's like, here's a plate carrier and like a canvas vest with a bunch of pockets and cargo pants and combat boots. Like, they're like bottom of the gear list kind of solos. Like, they've got what they need to operate, not a lot else. Amongst them, you see a tall, dark-skinned man who's got like these just really big eyes, right? He's wearing a toque that's kind of army green, and his clothes are similar to the solos in his group. You know, he's very thin, and he's got some glasses on as well. And beside him, you see Suzerain's spitting image, right? Suzerain goes, here we go. And this girl comes up and goes, Suze, what is going on? It's been forever. I've been trying to get a hold of you. Why haven't you been talking to me? She goes,
hey,
oh,
you got like a thing in your nose. It's like right there. It's like let me show you. It's like right there.
And she, before you can like, but while you're getting in her face, she takes a couple steps back and goes, charming. And Trixie goes, oh no, she's super balls high.
Sorry, I just thought from like you'd want to look your best with that giant bat in the cave. It's not gonna work. You should fix it. There's a bathroom around the corner.
Suzerain's like, yeah, I think I will go powder my nose. Or not Suzerain,
Same
Bele is
thing.
like, yeah, Bele is like, yeah, I think I will go powder my nose. Suzerain, want to join me? And she's like, just went. Goes, okay, dangerous for someone like us to go to the bathroom alone in a room full of people like this. Goes, yeah, I'll take my
There's
chances.
cameras everywhere.
Even in the bathroom?
I don't know, maybe. Better watch where you pee.
And she just kind of like scrunches her face and goes, lovely. And she kind of walks off, and Suzerain's like, there she
I need
is.
a drink.
Suzerain's like, a beer. Even drinking a beer could kill you, but you've earned a beer.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, I fucking dropped the act so hard. I'm just like,
yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Bella and wait by the bathrooms till she gets out, because this is supposed to be closed for business. She's not supposed to be here.
Oh,
That's a
no,
good
she's
point.
with the Wren Sparrows.
No.
Oh, she's with them? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still say that's a good idea because
Still shouldn't leave someone alone.
I'm not taking chances with her. I mean, everybody else
Exactly.
here, yeah, but not her.
Right,
There's one
right.
thing to like be sneaky out in the open. It's a completely different thing to be like, sideways sneaky. And that bitch is sideways sneaky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And maybe as that's happening, Belladontra kind of looks at the situation, walks over and goes, you two must be the young doctors extraordinaire. I've heard a lot about you two. You're both very qualified, aren't you? And Cash, you've met Belladontra, yeah? Or have you not?
I don't think I have.
No,
all
yeah. She
her.
goes, you must be Cash. I'm sorry about your situation.
No, it's fine. Honestly, I get so much sympathy. I'm kind of sick of it. So it's all right.
Yeah. And she kind of looks over sorry, go ahead.
She might be better if she would stop trying to work while we're trying to get her healed, but what can you do?
I can't help myself.
We're all slaves to what we're good at. And she kind of gives like this knowing grin, and looks over and goes, and you are someone I have not met. And she reaches her hand out, Connor.
I reach my hand out and politely shake her hand.
Yeah, and she gives you one of those dainty shakes, one that she is full well capable of giving a much firmer handshake. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She goes, you're the new solo who's been in town, Connor McGregor, right?
There's only one of us.
Kind of nods.
Not in this universe.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Kind of nods and goes, you look capable. No offense, but wizened by your age.
You learn a few things if you've been around as long as I have in this business.
Kind of nods and goes, well, it's nice to know that someone else here has made a halo jump, and kind of gives you this sly grin. Yeah. And she looks at Suzerain and goes, was that young woman bothering you? And Suzerain goes, it's fine, it's fine. She goes, I understand when it's fine. I actually think I need to use the restroom.
Oh, shit.
And
oh, no!
walks over to the restroom. Payne Dexter, you're kind of outside, and goes, she looks at you and goes, doing the good soldier's job?
Of course.
Kind of nods and goes, I'll let you know if I need any help. And kind of gives you just this real sly smile.
Who
and
is
walks
this again?
into the bathroom.
This is Belladontra.
Oh, shit. All right.
I was going to say, Is there
so
a reason
excited.
we just let Belladontra sick herself on someone we...
This is fine. Let it happen. Just let it happen.
This is Belladontra we're talking
Guys,
about. Who's going to stop her?
Did I mention that the
True.
Rin Sparrows are kind of one of the only... Out of all of the things that can go wrong, there's some room for some flexibility here. But if the Rin Sparrows say, fuck you, we're out, that's a problem.
And,
like a big problem, guys.
There's a benefit here, though. We didn't ask her to do this.
It's okay.
None
She
of
might
us
just
had
she might
anything
just be speaking with her.
Yeah, it might be like a super cash conversation.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
guys are
girl.
acting like Belladontra is a loosed animal. Belladontra has made her trade on restraint, so to say.
Exactly.
That's restraints, different word.
Oh
different
yeah, I
wording.
forgot the
Right.
S. Forgot the
Yeah.
S.
So, I mean,
Yes.
to be fair, my last character in New Amsterdam, I did literally kill someone in her bar, and they didn't have a problem. So,
Okay.
Well,
That's
it was
okay.
somebody who needed to die, but
it was kind of a, no, hi, how tough are you, kind of thing. And I
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
okay, how tough am I?
yeah,
I can kill this guy with one thumb. Anyway.
yeah.
Out of
Um,
character, I'd very much like to see how this plays out.
Well, just to let you know how it plays out, you wait outside of the bathroom for a few minutes there, Payne. And then Belladontra walks out, looks at you, and goes, it's impolite to wait outside a lady's washroom. And then continues back to the bar. And then about 2 minutes later, Belle comes out, and you can tell she has cried. You can't exactly tell what happened, and she put herself back together, but you've seen Suzerain long enough. They've got very similar body languages, and also the puffy red cheeks are a bit of a giveaway, you know? And yeah, at that point, the women's restroom is completely empty because this is a bit of a sausage fest. And
When Belladontra comes back, I want to buy her another drink. Like as she walks back, I want to look at Pierre and one more and point at her, and that's it. Just
yeah, and Belladontra notices that look because Belladontra notices everything. She kind of goes, "Honey, if you could afford it, I still wouldn't ask you to," and kind of smiles as Pierre pours her another glass.
I know that was kind of ending, but I still love it.
Yeah, and she kind of walks back over to this group of the big ones, right? The group of Cairo Prace, Belladontra, and of course Zween Shemaya, the fucking head.
If there is one thing that exists throughout the whole of humanity, it is classism.
I'll call Cash and say, I think someone's just solved our problem for good with the evil twin over there.
Ooh. Ooh, that's exciting. I'd love to know more. I feel like I want to ask her. Better not ask her.
If you guys are keeping an eye out, you do see Belle walk out, and then you don't see her face because she very quickly walks to go and see the Wren Sparrows. Scene. You're out back. This dice game has gotten pretty fucking big. It's a fucking Mod Podge back here, and you see there's this fucking Scarlatti standing there. He's like, Snake Eyes, all I fucking need is Snake Eyes. Come on, you son of a bitch. And fucking the dice roll out. And sorry, bro. 2 6s. Pay up. And you hear, oh, motherfucker, from the whole crowd. The Scarlatti looks and goes, are you fucking kidding me? Those are fucking loaded dice. I fucking know it. Go ahead. Roll them again. Whatever you say in your fucking head implant's gonna make them. And he goes, bro, you think I'd get a fucking surgery to make dice roll the way I want them to? And he goes, I don't fucking know. Would you fucking cretin? And you get a, hey, and Looks like there's some posturing going on between these two Scarlattis and like 5 or 6 of these river rats. Everyone else is kind of standing in a semicircle watching this shit go down like, ooh, shit's going down. Scene, do you do anything?
I'll probably step forward, just kind of like part the crowd and just be like, ladies, don't do something that's gonna make your bosses pissed off at you. They won't be. Was it? They won't be impressed.
Yeah, probably at this point, the Scarlatti is like, his buddy's like, hey, Tone, come on, chill, deep breath, like, do you really want to get in a fight in the back of fucking Tartarus? You fucking hear about people at this bar, you hear they disappear. He goes, fine, but fuck off. I see you in the streets, you fucking mincemeat. And he goes, bro, was just game. Why are you so mad? Sort of thing. Why you have to be mad? It's just
Why
game.
I have to be mad? It's only game.
Yeah, and they start chattering to each other in Ukrainian,
I think I noticed enough people have like started coming in that it's getting close to time, so that's
yes.
when I'm gonna go in. And
You know that
start getting
all the
changed.
groups are here at this point with the people who are back here. Some Rin Sparrows even came back to smoke some cigarettes and maybe some other things.
So, question: can I roll my wardrobe and style and personal grooming to see how well I can dress? Because I would know if it looks bad. If
Yeah.
I roll crappy, I can just be like, I'll just wear my normal shit. But I want to
Absolutely. No,
see.
that sounds perfect.
Is it gonna
That's
roll?
not bad. Yeah, you look pretty
Oh,
nice.
And then personal grooming.
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
you look just fine. That's a combined 36. That looks great. You look good. What describe yourself looking your best life?
So I'm kind of torn between like tighter leathers,
Mm-hmm.
or have you ever played Human Revolution, Deus Ex Human
Yeah,
Revolution?
of
Eliza
course.
Eliza Kassan, that outfit, but
Yeah.
less lace.
Yeah.
Uh, and just have it in like Tartarus colors, so like
The
red,
red and
dark
black
red, very dark red, black. Yeah.
and gold.
With some
Yeah.
gold trim.
Yep, a
Yeah.
little bit gold trimmed.
Ah, beautiful.
Very Buccaneers colors.
Ah, beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so you kind of see that shit's about to be going down. Do you kind of make the call, or do you just kind of go in and, let them be adults and take care of themselves?
Oh, I'll let them be adults. I already warned them if they do something that fucks up the relationships, or gets one of them killed in the middle of a moot. That's gonna be on them.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, somebody will not be very happy.
Yeah. So you start to head in, and what does this entrance look like? Because you go in and you actually see Violet, who is kind of just hanging out inside. Your resident Corpo, who wears all purple suits and the purple bowler hat, kind of the sharpish nose. And you also see next to him Serum, your mechanic, he's got the arms, he's got the kind of new human-y look, but not quite, and
Right.
much more like cyberware than like Borgware, And they're kind of having a conversation in which it seems that they are probably not getting along, but not for Serum's lack of trying. What do you expect with Violet, But yeah, you head in and you see them, and Violet's like, "Is it time?"
I look at my agent, probably have like a camera pulled up, like, just about.
Yeah.
Valkyrie's right behind me. Got to make
Yeah.
an entrance with her. That's the power play.
Yeah, and Rodrigo kind of looks and goes, "Damn, got that through legal means, eh?"
Yeah, legal.
Kind of goes, "Be honest with you, I don't give a shit how many baby tigers get trafficked in here. Not my
Oh,
purview."
this one's a clone. No trafficking.
Kind of nods and goes, "Not my business to pry anyway." Well, it is, but I'm making it not. As he kind of follows you, and you walk in. What does this look like as you've got Valkyrie kind of following you?
So there's just like, it's right at a lull when all the conversations kind of like start dying down a little bit. Everyone's taking a drink or taking a puff, whatever, and then The door just opens. All my wonderful glory just step through. Valkyrie
Right.
slipping in behind me and just sitting right at my side as I
Yeah.
move to the side, and they can filter in behind me as they want. I
Yeah.
look around, take a good look at the room. I'll just head over to the bar, and Valkyrie will just stay by the door.
Yeah. And we're gonna cut to where some action is happening in Lucky's office. Lucky, everything is muffled. You kind of hear like, oh ho ho, go to ho ho, to. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? A concession. A fucking concession. Yeah, let me just cut my own fucking finger off for you. Huh? You want my fucking thumb or my pinky? Which is gonna fit better in your ass? And fucking, the Mac is just like, what? You want to have meeting? I want to have meeting. Listen, it's easy. You give me spot on big table, you fully endorse me, not endorse like bullshit you endorse with fucking street wardens. Real endorsement. I own more than fucking Linnaeus. I own fucking 4 neighborhoods, okay? One of which used to be yours. You give me on fucking big table, or I make it 5 neighborhoods. You think I have problem doing that? And lucky it's about this time you kind of are snapping to attention.
Is it really
Valencia.
just Bruce doing this, or is Valencia actually here?
Valencia is there. Her arms are crossed. She looks pissed. She's got that look on her face, that Aunt Valencia face, the one where, someone fucked up. But
well, considering
it's not
that
like
person
she can
is
do
me.
anything to the Mac or
right.
you.
Well, considering the person she's mad at is me, yeah.
Yeah. And she kind of...
I look at my watch and go, Mac, you had your hour. I am about to start a very important meeting.
Sure. I'm very sorry we weren't able to come to some sort of consensus. Maybe we'll have further talks over drinks. Maybe without the, what do you say, a paisano fat meathead? And Bruce is like, what the f*** did you just say about me? He goes, relax. He's just kidding. It's not issue. Come on. What? I can't rib you? You can't take it? And he goes, no, it's about fucking respect. It's about fucking respect. You know what? And fucking, Valencia's like, Bruce.
Thank fucking God. Someone needs...
Please. Go downstairs. Artyom and I need to have a slight meeting. Bruce goes, oh, okay, sure, I see her. He's like, yeah, fine, sure, I see her. There's no need for Bruce. Longest fucking ranking member, whatever. As he's like getting up, and you feel his chair creak as he gets up, right? This is wooden chairs with steel embeds, right? A pretty pricey chair. He has left a grease-sized indent in your upholstered leather on this chair as he gets up, his fucking stinking ass Havana cigar just smelling up your room. He goes, you fucking serve food in this joint?
Yeah, him. Valkyrie's hungry.
A fucking meatball.
Talk to Pierre at the front. He can fix you with whatever you need.
He goes, okay. And he goes, fine, whatever. You better have good fucking burgers. And he fucking heads out of the room and slams the door. And Valencia kind of... Okay. I've heard your case. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to sort this situation out. Depending on how favorably things look, I'm going to allow you to make a bid for the big table. You already have Bonda on your side, though you know as well as I, this is conditional. If you want to keep your conditions, you can have Bonda be your sole sponsor, and I'd be perfectly fine with that. But you know that you would want some legitimacy to stay independent. Now, wouldn't you? Kind of goes, it would be nice to have a little bit of backing. She goes, depending on how this goes, ceasefires included, during this push, there's also going to be a ceasefire with the Scarlattis. Once this is all over, you and I are going to sit down and talk about Canal Belt South, seeing how it's been recently vacated. After that, I will discuss more than that. But as for right now, this is conditional, and I'm willing to set up a second meeting. Another one on neutral ground. Not at our friend's bar, as you can see. She appears to be very put upon by this whole thing. Kind of goes...
Not put upon at all. As a matter of fact, it's a great honor to have the clientele we do in this evening.
And she kind of pauses, and you see the eyebrow twitch, you know. You've known her for your whole life, you know, right? She goes, sure. For my comfort, we'll do it at a separate neutral ground. And he kind of goes, fine. I like the drinks here. Atmosphere's pretty good, but you got a better spot, let me know. Goes, I think we're done here. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to have a word with our gracious host. Goes, ooh. Looks at you and goes, I think you're in trouble. Kind of smiles, that big fucking grin with the grill and everything, right? Fucking gets up and goes, see you downstairs. Don't shoot each other or nothing. I know what goes on in this office. Fucking opens the door and closes it. Great. Which leaves just you and Valencia. She sits across the table from you. She goes, so...
What's up?
What's up? Really, do you need to play so coy?
You're the one who wanted to talk to me, not the other way around. I simply put you in the same room as Artyom there.
And she says, I understand you have means, and you also have ends to meet. And those means might go with those ends. But the next time you throw me in a fucking Shark Tank, I'm going to make sure that you're the chum.
Really? She says, pulling the ring off her finger, holding it. Are we sure we're so ready to be talking about chum? After all, you know whose ring this is, right? She says, putting it back on.
She goes, you know, I had literally nothing to do with this. And matter of fact, if Sam could have stayed nice and quiet and retired, that would have worked out best for all of us. Now, wouldn't it? And she kind of motions towards the moot outside of your window.
Maybe. Maybe. But it's not just that, is it? After all, I think we're even. Because, if I remember correctly, it was the Scarlattis that wanted to have a funeral for Sam. And if I remember correctly, it was me attending a Scarlatti funeral I did not want to be at that put me in the hospital. I almost fucking died. And what did you do for me? You did the bare minimum to put me back on my feet and throw me at an entire army of Red-Eye, just like a good little soldier. Well, here I am, with an army at my back, ready to fight your fight. So, before we go and start threatening to throw each other in the water, let's realize that both of us are holding each other's ropes.
She kind of pauses at that for a moment. And she says, Fine. I understand the situation. I understand the score. Once this is done, though, I'm not saying you're persona non grata, but you certainly haven't won yourself very many points on decorum.
Valencia, I don't understand where all of this went wrong.
You know, I ask myself that every day. I suppose I've created a monster. Maybe I should have brought you in the business earlier.
That visibly hurts Lucky. A monster? Really? And yet you wanted to bring me into the business earlier? That's what you decided? For what reason?
She says, I know that you're all a grown-up girl. You're a big girl. You've got this whole club, this gang going on. But at the same time, I think it would do you well to remember that the bridges you have are left unburnt, or are left best unburnt. Throwing me in a room with him, with very little notice as to what this would be about, and then sitting there in silence for 45 minutes while he browbeats and belittles the Scarlattis.
You think I had much of a choice?
I think that you have a voice, and choosing not to use it, well, you've colored this interaction far well enough. Just remember who raised you.
Yeah, she says, looking at that ring on her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
She goes, I can see this is going nowhere.
What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say I'm sorry? I'll turn over club control to you? That I'll come back and be the good consig just like Sam was? Is that what you want from me?
She says, what I want doesn't matter. It's what Lucky wants now. It's what Marcine wants now.
I'm sorry I disappointed you, Val.
And you kind of catch her on her back foot with that one. She goes, excuse me?
Valencia.
And she gives you a hard look. She goes, I think it'd be best if I go downstairs. Obviously, to the public, none of this happened. We just had fine drinks. Old friends.
If you would give me a moment. An olive branch. Since Spate died, there had been no one running our clinic. This has changed. I'm not saying the old agreement stands. That was between you and Spate. What I'm saying is, we have a clinic, and it's pay what you can.
She kind of nods.
Scarlattis would be welcome here just as anybody else. As a matter of fact, this is something I haven't stated to any of the other players here.
She kind of nods and goes, right. As it goes, obviously your group will still have safe passage even after this engagement that we're going to be a part of. So long as you don't take any overtly, openly hostile actions.
You know I wouldn't do that. The Scarlattis are still my family.
And she kind of looks at you. She goes, Marcine, I don't know if I still believe that. But if you keep acting, or if you act like they're still your family, then we'd be more than happy to be your family.
I suppose we should get down there.
Yeah, she kind of nods and stands up, straightens out her outfit, and kind of leads the way out of the door without saying goodbye.
No, Lucky's gonna stay behind for a moment longer.
Okay, and what's Lucky doing?
Door closes. She probably does take a moment. She just cries.
Yeah?
Yeah, not making an attempt to hide it, really.
Yeah.
It's probably ruining her makeup. She was
Valid.
all ready before this, and now that's kind of fucked.
Sure.
Just like all of this happened to be.
Oh, yeah.
Then she opens up her drawer, grabs an inhaler, or I forget what they call that. It's, you can do
an
either
air
with it.
hypo.
Air hypo.
Mm-hmm.
Uses it. Grabs her shades. Puts them on. Puts the ring back in the desk, and walks out the door.
All right. Excellent. So Valencia comes back down into the bar. You all see that. And when she comes back into the bar, it's almost like everyone gets a text at the same time. They all just watch. And they all know this is the last person who needs to be at this round table of the Moot before Lucky gets down and before this Moot gets started. Yes,
Quick
Scene.
question. While they were up there for a little bit, did the lady in the kimono order a drink at all? Has anyone gotten her a drink?
She has not gotten a drink yet.
Okay. Did I ever see what Dragon Lady liked to drink when she was with us?
Yeah, she liked Mai Tais.
I'm gonna order a Mai Tai and have Pierre try. Well, not try. Pierre deliver it to her.
Yeah.
Even if he has to give it to one of them.
Yeah. And Pierre kind of nods and goes, "Don't worry. When it comes to bartenders," and he goes, "When it comes to bartenders, gang leaders are the most dangerous game. And lucky for you, I've memorized the rules." Kind of prepares a Mai Tai and walks over and kind of does this half bow sort of thing with the drink and kind of points over at you, Scene. And this lady looks at you. She takes the drink while looking at you. And then she goes back to what she's doing and starts drinking the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lucky, you are coming down. Badass edge runner gang leader outfit. Fucking got the mirror shades on and everything. You come down and you have a public to address.
What is the atmosphere of this bar currently?
Oh, it's very quiet right now. It's almost eerie. You come down, there's about 50, 60 people in this bar at this point. Maybe even more. Yeah, counting your gang, it's probably like 70 people in this bar. And all of them are looking at you expectantly.
I'm assuming the heads of this group are around a table, yes?
Yeah, you guys got a table set up. There's little cordons for everybody. It's almost set up kind of like a UN situation where the tables are kind of set up piece by piece, you know what I mean? Kind of intersecting either or every other, you know?
All right, perfect. She goes to her assigned seat,
And Serum rolls a big ass TV behind you. You look at Serum.
It's been a minute.
Oh, no, you look at Serum and he shrugs and you don't remember asking for a TV. And he goes, "You told me."
Hold on. Is it in my notes? Let's see.
Nope.
All right. I mean, it is. I just didn't
is?
fucking remember, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're off to a great start, guys.
Yeah.
She leans.
You're doing great.
I'm so fucking this up. She leans her cane against the table. It says, "Suppose I don't need to call for attention, but I suppose I should start this moot. Let's take some roll call. And I'm going to go down my list. Hold on. Everybody's here, but this feels official.
Of course.
Representative for the River Rats.
The Mac just throws up his hands and goes, "Yo!" Or like one hand, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Representative for the Vices.
All three of them are back there, and Zween Shemaya goes, "Present."
Representative for the Scarlattis.
You just get a nod from Valencia and Groose, who is pigging out on 3 steaks on 1 plate. Kind of just raises a knife.
Representative for 9 Streets.
Lieutenant Corporal Amani, who appears to have ranked up to Corporal Amani, says 9 Streets present.
Let's see. Representative for the Street Wardens.
Max Mann, who you have met before, kind of grunts and raises his hand. Doesn't seem like he's in a great mood.
Representative for the Yakuza?
At this point, Toshikatsu kind of steps forward and says, "The Yakuza are here and accounted for," and kind of gives like a general bow to the entire crowd.
Representative for the Rend Sparrows.
Yeah, and this kind of tall guy with the glasses kind of goes, Julian, I'm here."
Let's see.
Everyone in the crowd just goes, "Really?"
Representative for the Leitner family.
And you see just the most faceless pawn you have ever seen in your life. Say, "Accounted for."
Out of character. Am I forgetting anybody, guys?
Yes, you are forgetting your detective.
Well, I was gonna get to him as kind of an aside. Any other groups?
No, I think that is. Yeah, that's everybody.
Okay. And finally, our Blue Moon.
And you get a little bit of a mutter, and immediately you just hear the head of the fucking street wardens go, and you get like a chuckle across the crowd.
Does he say? Does he acknowledge that he is here?
He kind of raises his hand while he's leaning against a pillar. He's got a beer in his hand, just the most generic. Actually, because you guys are in Amsterdam, your most generic beer is Heineken, because the Heineken brewery is in Amsterdam. So yeah, he's got a Heineken, just sits there, raises his hand, you know.
So what you're saying is we need to have somebody illegally ship a shipload in a Trans Am across the United States to Amsterdam for us, right?
No. Think about it this way. Anheuser-Busch is the beer company in the world now. So this is still an Anheuser-Busch beer.
I was thinking
it's
of
just,
something that wasn't
you know.
fucking Heineken. Anyway. And I'm not going to Cologne to get fucking Kolsch because no.
And Taco
What is
Bell won
wrong
the
with you,
franchise
Cologne?
wars.
Taco Bell did win the franchise wars, which then they were immediately bought out by Nabisco. Obviously. I mean, Pepsi already had their talons in them. And there was a big war in Africa between Nabisco and Pepsi. The Pepsi mercenaries were pretty tenacious, but at the end of the day, Nabisco just had air superiority, and then the merger went through without much friction immediately afterwards.
Is this in real life or is this in the game? Because it feels
in
like
the game,
real
but
life.
Man, it could be real life.
It could be real life someday.
I'm just laying this down as canon
now.
Yeah, I'm laying this as canon now. Most snack foods are Nabisco and PepsiCo, which won the soft drink war, was then hostile takeovered by Nabisco. That's what we're gonna say.
I love this, and I ship it.
I just want a Dr.
You
Pepper.
ship it. Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper is also owned by Nabisco now.
Okay, but does it still taste like Dr. Pepper, or is it just like shitty Pepsi?
I mean,
we're
how
in
are you
Europe,
gonna
so
know
it's
the
actually
difference?
better. Just like Fanta in Europe is so much better than Fanta here.
It's true.
Not joking. Anyway.
They add actual Coke to it, like Coke.
No.
Ooh, yeah, then it's great. It's perfect.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anyway,
so
yeah, it would be first order of business. Lieutenant Rodrigo is with my group, and during this operation will be a member of my team and under the same protection as anyone else from my team.
Oh, great. So that means that we've got a fucking cop in our midst. Already I can smell a fucking rat. And he's not even trying to hide in the kitchen.
Is that Gruciano?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. It's...
Who else would it be?
Gruce, you can complain all you want, but after I'm done talking.
He kind of shrugs and goes, whatever, boss lady. Kind of takes another fucking big puff of his fucking Macanudo, smoking up the whole fucking bar.
Yeah. So, hey guys. So I did talk about a TV, but I don't have notes written down of what's on that TV.
That's a great question.
Does anybody else remember what's going to be on that TV?
I don't remember, but I can tell you right now that if you don't put something on it in like the next 3 minutes, Cash is gonna hack it and it's gonna be like okay, it's gonna be no, listen. There's a rainbow, right? And there's like a Sanrio like Hello Kitty, but it's not Hello Kitty.
Remember how we talked about how we were okay with PvP?
I know, but listen. It's just like, and it doesn't animate past like moving like this.
No.
And then it just
No. You want to prove to literally everybody here that I can't control my own people, or worse, I have a security issue?
I won't do it, but let me finish my thought. It's gonna go, welcome, and then you're gonna hear, oh, you can't hear that because my fucking shit doesn't pop up. Okay, and then you're gonna hear, what?
Oh yeah, the wow with the sparkle. Yeah.
My fucking husband watches some show, and like every 5 minutes I hear that fucking sound, and I'm just like.
Fun fact, Sanrio also produces a small line of self-defense weapons in this universe. That's actually something I'm taking directly from Cyberpunk 2020.
I fucking love that. I won't do it to you, but I want you to know that I'm gonna shoot you a picture. You're getting a moving GIF, and it's just gonna say, "What you doing with that TV?" So it's very private. No one else sees it. I promise.
So, you turn the TV on?
Hold on, we've got some more things to go on. Off of. Shit. All right. So first order of business, we got our little thing out of the way. Second order of business. It's already agreed that everybody here is sworn to secrecy about what's going on. That's just a given, yes? Looking around for nods of agreement.
Oh yeah, you get nods of agreement. Some people duh. Some people who are taking it very seriously. Rodrigo makes it an obvious show to nod his head as well. Not but very much a.
Yeah, duh.
Like he's very much leaning in, yes,
Look,
I am not going to bust your shit.
I didn't run this game, never mind. I played in Fast Cars Clear Gems. I guarantee you there is a Terminator-ass motherfucker sitting in this bar somewhere just waiting to wear his fucking Walton March fucking safety vest to a fucking robbery with his name tag still on it.
Yeah.
True story, everybody. You want to go take a look at, I think, episode 2 or 3 of Fast Cars Clear Gems.
It was 2.
2. This fucking dipshit.
I love Terminator. He was such an idiot.
And then he got his
died,
head blown
and you
off.
guys went, well, shit. Guess that's the way it crumbles.
Well, when you're incompetent and an asshole, I mean, if you're incompetent, you have
an asshole.
Well, think about it. If you're incompetent, you can make up for it with that charm, and we won't do anything about it. But if you're just, if you're
Stav's incompetent, but he's charming.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we keep saying.
She says, "All right, now to business." She turns the TV on.
Yep.
And
you turn the TV on.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
you can go ahead. You turn it on, and there is a map. Specifically, if everyone wants to zoom in to the lower right hand of their corner of their map, I'm actually going to draw kind of the boundaries of this map here. It is here to here to here. Behind that purple line. So it's Plantage, Artis, Ooster Park, Bijlmer, the Tracks, and Linnaeus.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Remind me who runs Plantage.
Plantage was ostensibly not really controlled by any, but kind of controlled by the street wardens, just de facto. Not like they had any bases out there, but that's the big area where they operated.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently completely under control of New Human.
Okay. All right. So what's going to happen is she's going to say, so this is the plan writ large. We're going to have 9 streets along with members of the Scarlattes supplied by River Rat's material moving through Canal Belt South, escorted by Wren Sparrows, through Canal Belt South, and into De Pip. From De Pip...
Yeah, everyone...
Okay. Yeah. From De Pip...
Everyone nods.
They move across into Bijlmer, and from there, through whatever resistance there is to the tracks. The simplest way of finishing this fight quickly is making it to the main compound and eliminating the leader of the Red Eye Gang, she says. What is Lucan's last name? I would know this. We just always call him Uncle Lucan, and that's really fucking not appropriate here.
Let's see here. Lucan... I don't remember if I wrote his last name down. Where is my list for him?
Man. Is anybody else cold? I'm cold.
Breathing.
Right, blanket gang.
Um,
Still,
I've just
we're
got a
gonna-
wet hoodie. Sorry, not wet, just a damp hoodie. It's kind of dried. Anyway.
We're gonna call him. Let's see here. It's gonna be. Excuse me. I'd like to edit, please. There we go. We're gonna say it's Lucan. We're gonna say it's Lucan was his last name.
Okay.
It's Andre Lucan.
Oh, okay. That actually sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually is right.
That sounds
Because I
right.
remember Lucan being his last name, and he had a vaguely Slavic first name.
But the elimination of their leader, Andre Lucan. At this point, I will ask the Vices on their strength assessment of Red Eye Gang. Vices?
Zween Shemaya stands up and goes, "As you know, the Red Eye Gang is currently very entrenched in their area. Matter of fact, in the tracks, they happen to have an entire wall built on the railroad tracks. City, Hephaestus, White Wolf, none of them been able to break through, and the area has, as we all know, been declared an active combat zone yet again. Of course, that goes into Bijlmer. So, men, they're about 10,000 strong, something about. All of them boarded up, usually hopped on some kind of drugs, generally armed fairly well. And she looks over at...
Did you say 10,000? Out of character?
Yes. Did I say something different last time?
Yeah, you said like 500.
Okay, 500.
I was like, hold on. We've only got about 500 people.
Yeah. 500. We're going to say 1,000. We're going to say 1,000.
That's still uphill, but slightly more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we split the
1,000.
difference?
Yeah,
No,
right.
We're not doing 5,000.
Anyway.
No. I mean, split the difference of 1,000 and 500.
No. But yeah, you get they are 1,000 strong roughly. Automated turret systems on these walls, constant patrols, getting pushed back and forth. Now, these boys are at their breaking point where it comes to drugs, so morale probably won't be a problem if you cut the head off the snake. But before that happens, most of these fellas are so scared that Lucan is gonna murder them that he typically can get him to do whatever. Top of that, he is seen as, well, pretty solid when it comes to new human activities, quite often shown giving cyberware on the cheap, usually used as leveraging. His folk are well equipped, but they might be burned a little bit on both ends of the candle.
All right. That being said, on the other side of the table, I'm going to ask for Scarlatti's and the 9 Streets for a potential strength assessment on their end.
9 Street says we have armored cav, no AV. We couldn't get AV in large quantities through the city or else White Wolf would shoot us down. But we do have armored cav. We're looking at 10 tanks, 5 carriers, and, a decent amount of mobile infantry vehicles such as half-tracks and deuce and a halves. Aside from that, our manpower is a little thin. We're mostly going to be armor and support crews for armor, though we are well armed. And the Scarlatti's Groose goes, "Yeah, we got a whole fuck ton of guys. We're willing to send pretty much everyone we got at this, so long as ceasefires for this whole endeavor hold up, and we get a 24-hour grievance past that to make sure we can get guys home. That means through your fucking territory. We ain't gonna take shit. We're just gonna fucking walk. Got it?" And fucking at this point, Valencia goes, "Roughly 600 men."
All right. And this is going to be supplied by Actually, she would turn to the street wardens and say, I've invited you here today because you are right on the edge of where this is going to be happening. Is there any, if any, assistance you are able or willing to provide?
And he kind of looks at you and goes, that's a tough one. He kind of scratches his long beard and goes, you mean like the assistance we've been providing that's been grinding us into dust?
Ah, shit.
Or something
Hold on.
more?
Can I back that up? I just now remembered that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
But it's... yeah, street wardens. When this is happening, this should help take some of the pressure off from Plantage.
Kind of goes... He kind of looks at you and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of nods. And the Yakuza representative, Toshikazu, kind of looks and goes, with all due respect, as of late, we have been handling Linnaeus and Plantage's security concerns. We are in the infancy stages, but we have that avenue covered.
Is that a surprise to anybody else at this group? Because that is not information I've ever been given.
Correct. No one's been told this.
Yeah, so can I take a temperature gauge of people around the room that basically we all just got told, hey, the street wardens sold out to the Yakuza.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a human awareness or human perception.
Am I any better at that nowadays? I am a little bit better at that nowadays, but I still can't roll worth shit, so...
You get kind of the people who you would give a shit about their reaction to this. Mm-hmm. The Scarlattis, Valencia kind of cocks an eyebrow of like oh really? Your Blue Moon, Detective Rodrigo, looks pretty concerned at that.
Yeah.
Hearing that news. The street wardens, Max Mann, looks a little smug about that, you know. Otherwise,
he does.
Yeah. Otherwise,
you've castrated yourself, dude. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Give me one sec.
All right.
And probably everyone else kind of looks and gives a variation of either or you know. There's not a lot of people who are like, yeah, good for them, but most people are a little bit like, oh really? You know.
Lucky does her best to remain inscrutable, and looks at the Yakuza for the first time. Of course. In that case, what is your strength assessment?
And the woman who's been sitting behind Toshikazu, you've never met her. Of course you've met Toshikazu. He's fucking classic Yakuza strongman. You know what I mean? You don't know this woman, right?
Nah, when you were describing her, I'm like, nope, that's a curiosity.
Yeah, this person's completely new to you. She kind of looks and says, she says something in Japanese quietly to Toshikatsu, which those of you who speak Japanese would know. She just said the television, and Toshikatsu says, he looks at his watch and says, may I direct you to Vorhide Entertainment? And points at your TV, like kind of asking if you'll change the channel to Vorhide Infotainment.
Do you know that wait, did he say that in Japanese?
English.
He said that in English.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll acquiesce.
You turn, and it's in the middle of a newscast. Casualties in the 50, or casualties in the multiples of 10, almost in the triple digits. Apparently, there's been a large attack near the south of Linnaeus. We're coming in with, no, we're getting an update. We are looking at 127 current casualties recorded on screen. And there's a shaky camera angle, and you recognize the person in this camera angle. This is the same cyber ninja that saved your guys' life against the operator. She's silhouetted across the moon with a camera angle from like an AV that's kind of underneath her. She's like 30 stories up. And you see that there is a fucking member of the you see that there is a member of New Human, one that you actually had on your deck of cards, so to say, as someone to pick off whenever you had an opportunity. And he's kind of held above the angle, and it goes, we don't know who this mysterious assailant is, but oh, it looks like he's been dropped. He's falling. We're getting a close-up angle on this. And at this point, Toshikatsu smiles this huge grin and goes, the Yakuza is more than capable of aiding in this current discrepancy.
We're in danger.
Yeah. Let's the camera linger for a moment on that, and then flips back.
Yeah, and you guys, probably right as you flip the channel is right when this guy is about to hit the pavement in full 8K fucking like 120 frames fucking like perfect view. And like right as he's about to hit, you get like a couple people in the Rin Sparrows who are like, ooh, like sort of thing. And like a couple people who are like, oh, I didn't get to see him go splat. You know what I mean?
There are two kinds of
Connor's
people in
one
this
of those
world.
people. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Well, you can always go back to your DVD-HR. All right.
I just imagined like discs, but they're as thick as VHSs. So just thick as fuck discs that you put in there.
God.
Oh, that's very cyberpunk.
Right. Turns back. All right. Then, when these troops are moving through DePip into Bijlmer at the same time, you'll push through Linnaeus and Plantage through.
Kind of nods and says, as you wish, madam.
Who controls Ooster Park?
That is, those crazy fucks who live in the woods.
Ah, yes. She is going to say...
Spate walked into and walked out with not a sock.
fucking somehow.
Yeah, this is the hunter's children.
My piece of advice to the Yakuza, I'm sure you've learned already, is that Ooster Park is unpredictable. It would be my suggestion to use that as a natural barrier and work around it. Going through it is too much hassle.
And actually, Cash, you hear this woman say in Japanese, best let sleeping dogs lie. She kind of says, to no one in particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she says something to, what's his name?
Toshikatsu?
Toshikatsu. Does he say anything to me, or is it just kind of an aside?
It's just an aside.
Okay.
He kind of looks, nods at her, and then continues, patiently waiting.
I don't know. Lucky, do you even care about that shit?
I mean, you know Lucky.
Oh, I don't, though, because honestly, I feel like whenever I bring things to your attention that I think you care about, you're like, meh.
Like what?
At everything. Everything I've ever talked to Lucky about. I always feel
like
put
what?
off.
Give me an example.
Oh, come
Everything.
on. No, she's right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
She's not wrong.
Hey,
So
I
I'm not
just
gonna
got
say
fucking gaslit by Valencia. The least I can do is gaslight somebody else.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you what they said.
Literally, it
Go ahead.
was, hey, I just got blown the fuck up for you people, and this is how you treat me. And she goes, I think you're acting immature.
Yeah.
That's literally
might
what
be
she
acting
fucking did,
immature.
and it pissed me off.
What were you going to say, Trinix?
I don't know.
Oh, I saw you raising your hand. I was like,
volunteering, I guess, being
oh,
dumb.
yeah.
Like, literally just got sat. Yeah, no. It was literally a case of the Mac said, the only way I'm going to do this is if you get me in a room with Valencia. And I'm like, okay, I'll get you in a room with Valencia. Did I have any clue what this conversation was going to have? A little bit. But if I decided in this room to let on that I knew what this conversation was going to be about, then I've lost all sense of, like, level playing field. Like, just, third party here. So I can't, can't do that. And then it's literally a case of, hey, you really stuck us out to dry there. And it's, yes, however, I don't think this means I owe you one. I think this means we're even. I don't see how that's the case. Really. You got me blown up. What's that?
But everything you're saying doesn't also mean that it's okay to gaslight me in the process.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're just overreacting a little bit.
That's fucking gaslighting. Are you
That's
fucking
not
serious?
gaslighting. It's
Listen.
I think you're misunderstanding what's going on.
Pause. Literally, the entire point of this game so far has been engineered by many of the players at once, is to just gaslight the shit out of each other. And I, as the DM, am here for it.
This is true.
Will have everyone in this room know. Actually, no. Fuck you guys. I just remembered about the fucking recording. No, I remember, the fucking data vault. I just remembered.
Do you remember the data vault? Do you?
Yeah,
do you?
I do. And I'm looking straight at you, Cash.
All right. Yeah. Oh shit! This is exactly the thing that you just said, Vera, about gaslighting. I love it. Okay.
No, that's changing the subject, and that's because I have a little bit of a thing. I
drain bramage.
No, I mean, lucky, yes. Me, I was dropped on my head as a kid, so.
That's fine. Well, when Lucky decides to be nicer to Cash, Cash will start translating the bullshit that Lucky... Honestly, I really can't get a beat on you. So I actually don't know what you would... I feel like you would just legit be like, okay. It's like...
Why?
Yes,
I guess
because
you
usually
find out.
Okay, no, I'm not even going to check the time.
All right, that's fine. But all right, best to let sleeping dogs lie. We've got that figured out. Now,
you don't know. I didn't tell you.
What?
I didn't tell you that.
Tell me what? No, I'm just saying. All right, yeah. I was saying, all right. We had the whole best let sleeping dogs lie thing. Moving on.
He's catching himself up to what just happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Putting myself back in the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Now, that being said, these troops are going to be outfitted by the River Rats. The title he goes by is the Mac, yeah?
He is the Rat King, but he also goes by the Mac. Artyom, he's Artyom the Mac Prismac.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, so perhaps the River Rats can enlighten us on what kind of equipment our troops will be outfitted with?
Kind of goes, oh, absolutely. And on top of that, we happen to have advanced knowledge of what kind of gear that you're going to be dealing with as well. First things first. And immediately, Grusko, snorts. You know what I mean? Grus is not a polite man.
I'm going to have him muzzled in a second if he doesn't improve his behavior. So let's just let that sink in for a moment.
Yeah. He goes, so, each and every one of you are going to be hooked up with standard classic 7.62 by 18 Kalashnikov. You're getting a classic gun, it's hardy, it stands up to everything you've got. You're going to be getting 5 banana clips, you're only going to be needing 3, Count the other 2 as gifts from us. Full metal jacket, hard point rounds, steel core. You're going to be able to punch through shit pretty well. Now remember, this isn't board killer in specific, but if this was good enough to punch through Afghani armor, this is good to punch through most anything, eh?
To be fair, most of that armor was aluminum, but continue.
Yeah. He goes, top of that, have special presents for 9th Streets. To make good on border dispute, I'm not promising anything after this, but if you want to sit down for a meeting, might be able to work out deal. SAMs. We're getting you 5-man portable SAMs. That's 1 for each of your carriers. Your tanks, they don't need anything else. Though if you happen to want a P90 or 2, you might be able to work out something on the side. However, that is not part of weapons paid for, nor is ammunition. Very hard to get. Have to go through op nowadays. They purchase 5.7. But whatever case, he goes, what they're going to be working with is slightly jankier weapons because you could get away with selling them slightly jankier weapons, and kind of winks. And he goes, they're going to be working with AK-74 SU, still 7.62 round, 7.62 by 14. Not going to punch through your armor nearly as well, especially if you are working with plate carriers, Kevlar, anything like that. Along with that, those things that we sold them, they fell off more than 1 or 2 boats. Literally, not metaphorically. And he kind of looks at the Scarlattis, to which he actually kind of gets a chuckle from a couple of the guys before someone, like, elbows one of them in the ribs, and they kind of, keep it down, He goes, they're going to jam. They probably had someone work on them, but 7.4 SU has one major problem. Cycling rate plus open bolt means that gas escaping makes hard for sustained fire, heats up weapon too much, you get brass casing shearing. Going to be an issue in battlefield for them. The longer you fight them, the better for you. Kinda leans back in his chair and goes, any further ordnance or weapons, we can source it. Just ask us, we'll work out deal. Eddies will be traded, drinks will be had. Great time by all.
And a great time was had by all. Go ahead, Amy.
He sounds fun, that's all.
Oh, he's a bastard. You've seen that he's a bastard.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Still fucking drink with him, maybe. I don't know.
Cash's goal is to drink with the most dangerous people in New Amsterdam.
Yeah, drink and then
fuck
sleep
with that.
with
By the way, have you called Miss Adewale yet?
Good question. You have not called Miss Adewale yet.
Adewale, yeah. You know, the wife of Andrew Sperancy.
Oh. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I'll call her. I'll call her later.
Like I said, when I change the subject, it's not that I'm trying to change the subject. It's that I just remember things. Like that.
I'll call her later. I'll call her at the meeting.
Okay,
hey guys,
I'm probably going to end up in a canal with 2 bullets in the back of my head after this, so you'll have plenty of time.
You killed the operator.
What's that?
No, you guys killed the operator, remember?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the operator anymore. I'm afraid of the operator that's sitting next to Bruce.
Yeah.
With cold steel in her heart. The person I used to call Aunt Valencia.
Yeah. And
the person that used to be a fucking parent to me. Continue.
Yeah, and
sound like you've got some mommy issues happening.
It happens.
There's a reason she's called
and
Aunt
some
Valencia.
Daddy issues.
Anyway.
But yeah. So he kind of lets that all sit back, He's got nothing else to necessarily say about the situation. I mean, he'll blabber on all day about advertising his sale for weapons, but
Sure.
Fucking, he's letting discretion be the better part of advertising.
Right. Let me think here. All right. What have I got here?
Yes, Cash?
Oh. It's only been 5 days since we had that job.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I've been in the hospital. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll call her later. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But now to the point of transportation. Red Sparrows, how is this working with Canal Belt South?
We had you get the kind of the leader there, and you notice Bele, Suzerain's twin, is fully disengaged with this meeting on her phone.
I've never met
agent.
Bele, so I would just know it as, oh, that's the problem child. I know her name, but never met her.
Yeah, she's very obviously like buried in her agent right now. That very teenager kind of like, I don't care sort of thing. This guy goes, hi everybody. Yeah, I know that you guys probably don't know me super well. My name is Julian. I know the name's so nice they named me twice. But I'm the head of the I'm
I
he's
shoot
like,
him and replace him with Belly.
oh
my god.
He goes, I'm the head of the Ren Sparrows, at least for this operation. So we had a conversation with 9 Streets beforehand. They're going to be taking us in the Deuce and a Halves. We're going to be hanging out the back. Any sort of interference that we need to run, we actually have set up a few... we've cleared out a few buildings that are more than able to come down, and we've done a little bit of black bloc action. So if we happen to need to take something down, well, let's just say we'll have the roads covered.
Good. Last point of order. To Pip. We have multiple table members here at this moment in time. We'll need permission from at least one of them to send this group through to Pip. So that being said, is this acceptable?
And Valencia obviously nods, and then the Leitner guy from the back, he goes alongside maintaining the what would that be, the alongside maintaining the eastern border with 9 Streets. We also are willing to, from the Leitner family, allow a second what would he call it? A second nomination for acceptability to bring your units through the corner of Depit. We believe that there will be acceptable damage, but the Leitners have currently allocated a slush fund to maintaining any historic buildings that may be damaged in the firefight.
Excellent. Does the representative from the Leitners have any further comment?
He would probably say the only thing that the Leitners, or the only thing that I've been told by Julian Leitner, which hey, that's a real big name. That's a politician. That's kind of one of the main people who's like running for office in New Amsterdam for like head of city council. Because the previous head of city council is currently pro temporum due to there being martial law across most of the city. Basically they elected the sheriff of White Wolf to be the pro temporum like martial sheriff. Yeah, it's rough. It's not good.
Oh, that's right, because then he brought in like
cyber dogs and
government
tanks,
grade,
AVs.
Military grade equipment. Yeah.
Yep. Which are still being used in Canal Belt South.
Yeah.
Probably says excellent. Or he probably says the only thing that Julian Leitner says is to give them hell. And he gives just this most fixed corporate smile that just sucks the life out of that sentiment.
Just a nod. Of course. Well, this is the plan writ large. I expect that 9 Streets and the Scarlattis will have their own preparations to do to work their groups into one fighting force. But other than that, do we have any comments? Concerns?
I have a question.
Trinix, I think Lucky has always been very kid gloves with you. Not kind, but
Not gaslighty. That's what he's trying to say.
no, not gaslighty. I don't know how to do that. You're mistaken.
You must be reading things wrong, Amy.
I got these for you.
Hey, it's the California State Bird.
Let me explain. Let me explain it so you can understand a little bit easier, Amy. So gaslighting
That's not gaslighting. That's mansplaining.
That's mansplaining. That's what? And she left.
She left.
I'm just kidding. Fuck off. But I'm just kidding.
Decision, Amy.
Thank you.
Jesus.
The opportunity was there. I'm sorry.
So, that being said,
I had a question now.
yeah, and you are not usually on the end of the predator stare from Lucky, but you're getting it, and you can feel it through those mirrored shades of her. Yes.
Okay, whatever. How are you allocating the doctors? I don't really care how you feel, but I'm just. Where are we going?
Rin Sparrows, all of them kind of smile at this, and probably Julian kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh shit, Trinix, yeah, you were in our camp. What was that? Like a month and a half ago? Here, I can answer it for him. Ren Sparrows, all of us. You might recognize a few of us. Not all of them were in Het Got, but and kind of points to maybe one or two guys that you vaguely recognize as doctors, and he goes, We're gonna have doctors on every deuce and a half. We're gonna be doing field medic stuff. We'd be doing it either way."
Okay.
Yeah, and he kind of smiles at you like a reassuring smile.
To that point, I think it would be wise for, on the ground in combat, to select a safe area near enough to the battle lines that people are able to be moved there quickly, but far enough away from the combat that those that need triage are not in any danger. Is that acceptable?
Hey, triage tents. Triage tents are our specialty. I can allocate another 30 guys to do that.
All right.
And you're noticing, by the way, this Julian guy, every word that comes out of his mouth makes him infinitely more useful.
Well, and that's where it's like, at first I wanted to shoot him. I just wanted to straight up just cap him and go, all right, you're anarchists. Someone else step up. I'm sure you can speak just as well.
I love that. No, this guy's clearly in a position of directorial power for a reason. He seems a little bit rubish, but the more you're learning about him, the more you're like, okay, maybe this guy actually knows what the fuck he's doing.
He's a helpful idiot. He knows nothing in the way of politics.
Yeah.
He knows nothing in the way of politics, but he is useful.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying he is a useful idiot, but that's how Lucky views him.
Yeah.
At this point.
Lucky is so judgy.
I have to make snap judgments about everyone.
That's true, actually.
Especially when they're lying to me.
I love laughing at each other's faces. Classic.
Got anything you'd like? Anyway, moving on. But
yeah.
All right.
Probably at this point, Groose goes, so you haven't mentioned why the fuck you got the badge here. I don't like the smell of pork in my fucking meetings.
Not a hot dog lover, I presume.
I'll take a fucking Fenway Frank over a cop any fucking day. Matter of fact, I'll fucking shoot a cop for a Fenway Frank. And fucking at this point, Detective Rodrigo goes, yeah, you look like you'd have a coronary for a Fenway Frank. He goes, what the fuck? You fucking mind your mouth. And fucking shrugs and looks at you, Lucky.
Lieutenant Rodrigo, if you'd like to explain your reasoning for joining us here tonight.
Concerned citizen. And immediately everyone fucking laughs. And he goes, no. On the reality here, I was tasked to either kill or I was tasked to either deal with New Human or to deal with Lucky. As you can probably see, I've picked my sides here. I've got a very, very, very small pull within White Wolf, and I'm not gonna fucking kid you, it's not like they like me over there. I actually like helping people. So, typically that gets me on their shit list. What it ends up being is I've got about 10 guys, nothing special, just detectives like me, other concerned citizens. We'll be able to do stuff here or there, nothing I can really go into, but I can give you this one. Promise, write on a paper, slice my hand open and bleed on your forehead, whatever the fuck you need me to do. I'm not gonna fucking report you guys. Because here's the thing. If I lose my job, I'm a little high enough on the totem pole that I lose more than just my job. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you guys. I don't give a good goddamn what you're doing. I don't give a good goddamn what you're gonna do. I do give a good goddamn that a bunch of booster gangers have decided to turn or a quarter of the fucking city into a trash playground. And I think all of us can agree that's pretty shit that a quarter of the city is a trash playground. Well, more of a trash playground than usual. And they all kind of chuckle. And it seems, surprisingly, he's won them over well enough that no one's grumbling except Bruce, who just got told he's gonna have a heart attack about having fucking hot dogs. It was just like, fucking whatever, you know? And Valencia goes, the Scarlattis are not concerned with the presence of the badge. And Bruce kind of looks at her.
Well, here's the thing. Fucking Gruciano has the eyes... he is so fucking cross-eyed when it comes to perspective. He can't see past his own fucking nose.
Absolutely. Or he's such a fucking dumbass.
Or better, the Philly cheesesteak in front of his fucking nose. I know most of you guys... Okay, so a lot of players have dealt with him, but a couple of us haven't. Amy, Gruciano Pelvatore, which is a fucking mouthful, is a scumbag of a Scarlatti, but he is also Valencia Scarlatti's right-hand man.
Got it.
Loyal to Scarlatti's and hates Valencia.
Yes.
Got it.
He's got these massive fucking gorilla arms. And yeah, he actually has gorilla arms as in the mod, the cyberware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he looks like that bad cop if that bad cop were shaped like Wiggums.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's that fucking... He's let himself go that far.
And you would know that Gruciano is known for two things, because Gruciano likes to make his presence known in New Amsterdam. You would know he is known, one, for turning people's heads backwards, typically when they upset him, by his bare hands, and two, if he doesn't do that, he's liable to feed you to his cavalcade of cyber Rottweilers.
He sounds like a charmer.
He's a total asshole. He's literally the worst.
He is old school mob, like old school mob.
No. He's 80s mob, where mob starts losing its like gentleman perspective.
Yeah, like 50 years ago, old school mob.
He's
it
Michael
is 50 years
Corleone
ago.
mob.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
He's like, you're trafficking drugs in the city? Fuck yeah, everyone else is fucking doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's the situation he would be in if he was like head of one of the mobs in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the reason Valencia keeps him around and doesn't, dump him in some godforsaken canal is because he is... How do you call that? He is the old boys club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the
He's-
old. Is there a
He's
cat
always
there?
down. He actually has an enclave of like people who are pretty supportive to him.
Yeah.
And he is loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
absolutely.
He's
He'll
just not
do
really good
anything
for
the
anything else.
Scarlattis. Yeah, exactly. He's a great attack dog.
Yeah, I just wish they'd fucking muzzle him from time to time. Anyway,
She does her best.
Yeah.
her best. Well, maybe
Isn't
her best
good
is
enough
a
for
little
Lucky.
lackluster at the moment.
You're mad at Lucky tonight. Also, Daniel, your mic
Oh.
is shuffling around.
Hot as
Um,
fuck.
But yeah, other than that, questions
concern?
around the room. You're not really getting any other questions from the outside group,
Okay.
from the Moot.
Any player character questions? This time, like, I'm still gonna fix you with the death stare, because otherwise that wouldn't be, like, fair, but...
Yeah.
Fucking new. What's fucking new?
This hair is what's new. It's not really, but go ahead.
I mean, I got nothing. Honestly, like, I'm never gonna make you happy. Why even try?
Hey, you're not never going to make me happy. It's just...
Hey. Gunner loves you. Lucky hates everyone.
I know, and I'm just like, get your shit together, Lucky. But I do know that you love me, got it. This is fine.
There you go. Hey,
Hard
hey,
feelings after game, but in game,
I was gonna
fuck
say,
Lucky right now.
you probably would have noticed that behind that, behind those mirror shades are like the very edges of ruined makeup. Ruined mascara. You can
Perception
see a little
check.
bit of. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Awareness
So
notice.
maybe
Gonna
maybe
say.
I'll let it go. I won't say
Steve.
anything.
Do you mention anything to Lucky?
About what?
Okay, just checking. So, yeah, probably
What?
at this point, you've got everyone sitting there, and who would say probably the Mac? The Mac is the kind of dude who'd go, "Hey, now that business over, anybody want to have a fucking drink? We're in the bar after all."
I was actually going to say before we ended that, she would say the last thing is timeline. Looking at, the rats, I'm assuming whenever, wherever you can get supplies. So the real timeline comes down to two groups, or three rather. The Scarlattis, 9 Streets, and the Wren Sparrows. Realistically, how much time do you need?
Julian's like, "Hey, we're good to go whenever." Scarlattis are gonna go, we're going to need Cash, how much time do you have on your recovery?
I have 6 more days.
6 more days? They're gonna go,
We can speed
we're
that up
going
with
to
drugs.
need, yeah, we're going to need at least 5 days to prepare everything. And who was the last one? 9 Streets. 9 Streets says, assuming that we have our ceasefires until this is all over, we are ready within 2 days mobilization. We'll have to do a little maintenance on one of the tanks, but otherwise we should be good to go.
All right. What day of the week is it?
It's Monday.
Ooh, Monday's a
Next
bad time
Monday.
to start a war. Sunday's
Always
even
good.
worse time to start a war.
No, you start it on a Monday because no one will expect it. No one will be ready for it. They'll all be like, God, it's fucking Monday. Why are they at my door?
I want to
Actually-
start it on a Friday.
Mondays.
No,
am
well,
I
that's
right?
only 5 days. We're actually going to start it on a Sunday morning.
Welcome to church.
His name is Bloody Sunday, also known as the most common name for things that happen on Sunday across the world. There was the Martin Luther King Bloody Sunday. There was the Troubles Bloody Sunday. There was the Nixon Bloody Sunday.
There's a song Bloody Sunday.
Correct.
I find it
Which is
very
about the Troubles.
appealing and satisfying that Tartarus will move on Sunday. Tartarus
That
strikes
actually
on
does
Sunday.
work well. Yeah.
Tartarus moves? What?
Tartarus strikes on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
On a
The
day of
Dread
rest.
Pirates
Gates
strike
of
on
hell
Sunday.
will open as the Dread Pirates arise.
And on the
Hell
seventh
yeah.
day,
We fuck shit up.
and on the seventh day, the gates of hell open, and out arises from it the Dread Pirate Roberts and his motley crew.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh shit. That's so good. But
So she would say, "All right, Sunday at dawn it is."
Dawn, I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna immediately send Lucky a text message. Like, nobody knows this is occurring, but
Just a dog? Question mark, exclamation point.
yes. I'm sorry. Dawn? Question mark, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, 2 more exclamation points. And then a very, like, lower caps, no spaces. Are you fucking serious?
So you also received from Felix a text message that looks almost identical.
Well,
Scene just smiles.
Yeah.
so she's looking around the room. The phone is on the desk. She can see the messages, but
Yeah.
she can't really respond to them at the moment because this is a
Yeah.
serious moment.
Right.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's fine. You have the moment because it's great. I just want you to know that shit's totally fucking waiting for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do we see nods of agreement around the room?
Yeah, no, everyone, this seems appropriate to everyone.
In that
Everyone
case,
except you managed to see under all the bandages the incredulous fucking look the Cash is giving you. And it's like this.
Probably at this, the lady that you don't recognize from the Yakuza, she stands up and in English, she says, "If anybody requires security service or specialization service between now and this date, please speak to Toshikatsu." And he kind of stands there doing his best to look tough guy Yakuza, which he's pretty good at doing, to be fair.
Who said that?
The mysterious Yakuza lady. And
okay.
actually, I need you to make me an awareness notice check, Lucky.
What did you do? Scene.
Nothing?
Really? We'll find out soon enough.
You kind of there's something like weirdly familiar about her, but you can't place your finger on it. Like you're sure you haven't met her, but like maybe you've seen her somewhere.
Shit, I already know who this is.
Uh-huh.
If you would, I mean, Lucky, I guess, doesn't know, but I, the player, know.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of let it slip earlier, so.
With the Mai Tai, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was Scene's way of being like, oh, hey, again, it's nice meeting you again.
Yeah.
But like I said, if this is not something that Lucky recognizes.
Yeah. It's again, it's one of those things it like passes through your head where you're like, where the fuck do I know her from?
It's probably when she's finishing off that Mai Tai that it's...
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yeah, like the way she holds it or something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The way she drinks from the glass, yeah. It's...
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
All right. Which, yeah. So, kind of...
And then we can have the Mac say, let's have a party!
Yeah, exactly. At this point, the Mac just says, hey, if no one's doing anything after this moot, we're at a bar. I'm sure that our gracious host would allow us to purchase drinks in a sort of after-party club. Not going to ask for free drinks. That would be rude.
Tonight, it is on the house, she says.
Like, all the river rats are just like, hey, like, you get a couple of Scarlattis, they're like, all right, you know. At which point, Valencia says, excellent. I appreciate the hospitality, but we'll be taking our leave.
Oof.
And all of the fucking Scarlattis that are with her, like, very obviously like, oh, man, god damn it. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's her losing the popularity contest because last I checked, I am still incredibly popular with the Scarlattis as a whole.
Oh, the Scarlattis fucking love you, dude. Like,
That's funny.
Lucky is a fucking folk hero to the Scarlattis. You know what I mean?
Oh, she doing what we could never do.
Like, literally, first escorts a van through hell and high water, then
She
gets
gets-
blown up
she-
for the Scarlattis.
Actually, she gets blown up. No, you're right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First escorts a van through like a near impossible travel, then gets blown up for the Scarlattis, and then
Literally
becomes
the next day.
ostensibly the woman in black. Like it's an open secret at this point that like a lot of people have a hunch, It's one of those like DC 15 like streetwise checks.
I mean, Lucky's
you know what
walked
I mean?
out as the woman in black several times to multiple people now, so.
Oh yeah.
It's an open secret. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing we do have to remember is temper our perception of how big Tartarus actually is.
Oh yeah, no.
Because it's a big
Tartarus
city.
is not huge. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Tartarus is a very popular club amongst edge runners. It's still up and coming though. It's
It
not
would
like
be
a
like-
club that's like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like
But-
one of those, hey, top 10 hole in the walls in red light.
Yeah,
It'd
exactly.
be like number 8 or some shit.
Oh, it'd probably be number 1.
Oh,
You're big enough that like your club would probably be number 1 on a top 10 hole in the wall, but like not in the top 10 clubs in the town. In fact, you wouldn't even scrape top 10 clubs in the town.
No. That's
Yeah.
coming later.
At the top would be Zween's Palace, obviously.
Yes. Oh, actually.
But
okay.
yeah, so probably the Mac and his guys go to the bar to get a drink and that sort of thing. The Yakuza, probably a couple of them stick around, but the lady leaves. Toshikazu stays though, to stick around with his folks, with like 3 of his Yakuza goons. 9 Streets, Lieutenant Corporal Corporal Amani goes, sure, leave, go ahead. One night, because most of these guys who are here are probably going to be tank operators. That's probably why she brought them, So yeah, they all head to the bar. Rin Sparrows, pretty much all of them stick together, and once more than a few of them decide they want to stay at the bar, all of them decide they're going to stay at the bar.
That's fine.
Except Bele, who gets a escort of 2 Ren Sparrows to get her out of there.
She doesn't want to introduce herself to Lucky. She's never done that.
No. Obviously, all the nightclub owners from the Vices and all of the club goers that they have, they're sticking around. They already were drinking and treating this like a party, before the meeting started. And then the meeting happened and they all stopped and now they're back, Rodrigo probably taps you on the shoulder and goes, I appreciate you sticking your neck out for me.
Who is he talking to? Lucky?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It's... What? Sticking my neck out for you against who? Garus? Honestly, he needs to be knocked down a few pegs. I don't know why.
No. He
Don't know
kind of
why she
goes...
keeps him around.
You turn enough people's heads backwards, you make a splash. No, I'm talking that whole room, exception of the Ren Sparrows, and even them, kinda. They look like they were about 5 seconds away from snapping my head off if you hadn't said anything. You may think it's no big deal. I see it, though, and I appreciate it.
You won them over by yourself. You noticed
Kinda
how
shrugs
they changed
and-
their tune after your little speech?
Kind of shrugs and goes, hey, everyone needs a foot in the door. And he kind of reaches his hand out for a handshake.
Yeah, she give it.
He shakes your hand and he goes, I'm going to take off. I've got a lot of prep to do over the next 5 days. Got some people to tell what to do. But
Take
I'll
your
meet
time.
here Saturday night. Maybe crash here if that's okay.
Of course, although I doubt many of us will be doing any sleeping.
You're telling me. Kind of gives you a bit of a half smile and he goes, keep safe between now and then, okay?
You as well.
Yeah, he heads out. Scav for sure is partying it up with everyone. He's a social butterfly, of course. I'm trying to think. I think that the street wardens are hanging out with the Yakuza guys drinking.
That sounds about
And
right.
other than that, I think Leitner representative leaves, and I guess anyone who's appropriate to be here is still here. Anyone who's not appropriate to be here is not.
That's right, children. Shoo.
Anybody? I was gonna say, Lucky has a couple people she might like to talk to, but
okay.
Lucky's done a lot of talking already. Anybody else have things they want to do?
Well, someone wants to talk to you.
Yes.
Yes, I noticed that. Scott? Yeah, how does Trenix do this?
Well, after everybody stops talking to you for a minute, he kind of walks over to you and is like, have we talked about the Jabara Alphonse thing yet?
We've discussed a little bit. I said I would sleep on it.
Okay. Well, I'm just... The timeline of this thing you got set up is 5 days. That lecture is in 4 days. So, just trying to think out planning for the next week on what's going down, and then I got to tell him, hey, I've got other business I got to do before we start, and give him like, I'll be ready in like a week after the lecture thing, if I go to the lecture tape thing. Yeah.
Be honest with me for a moment. Do you really want to do this?
I'm like 95% want to do it because there's a lot of knowledge and stuff to get from there. Not only for brain fart, dude in the basement, to get the information
Hacker
to do.
Hank.
Yes.
Yeah, to get Hank, we'd get so much knowledge from them. I mean, I would go in slowly and not divulge a lot of information to him, even though he's probably want me to do a specific task and then see what happens after that. But I think it would be beneficial to learn more.
All right. That's... All right. If you want to do it, do you have my blessing?
Okay. That's like 4 days, so we got days to just chill and hang, I guess.
Sounds
Get the
like
clinic
fun.
going, I guess. Yay!
Speaking of, I have a small favor before you end up going to this lecture. At some point in the near future, she says, I did in fact buy a cyberarm that I would like installed. I was thinking either you or Suzerain.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll probably have her help, but yeah, we can get that done.
That would be
So are we
most
like
appreciated.
all getting cyber arms? Like, is that going to be the Dread Pirates theme? Everyone just
Hey,
gets one cyber arm?
well, considering the fact that I lost mine and had worn a
Yeah.
prosthetic for quite a while.
Yeah, Lucky's had like a real ass, like, pretty basic prosthetic for a long time. Very like you can pick up an egg but you can't crush an apple sort of situation.
Yeah.
That needs an upgrade. We need to give her like a revolver hidden in the wrist, a blade in the elbow. We need to upgrade that shit.
Oh no, actually,
Girl, I got
was
you.
gonna say I have
The
Where are my
high
notes?
five bomb, the BAM! Just shoot a shotgun shell right into them when you high five them.
Honestly, I really considered that one.
Hold on, I've got
That would totally be amazing. She could be like, I'm unarmed, look, and then slap a hand on someone's shoulder and just boom, shotgun shell straight into the heart from the shoulder, you know?
I was going to say do a high five to the forehead.
Well, no, she's
Could have
got
had a VA.
She got no. See,
This
Lucky would be
just
the
in,
kind of
suicide.
Lucky would be the kind of person that would just be like, look, would I really do that to you? And like put a hand on their shoulder and just shotgun blast into the shoulder. She wouldn't just slap in the face. No. I feel like she'd do something like, no, I wouldn't do that.
I am gonna have to go back through my notes because I did not write down what was on that. I remember the things, But basically, she got a cyber arm that had some reinforcement in it for a specific reason, and then got a basically anti EMP shielding on it.
Classic. Oh, Ryan, by the way, while you're there, or not, god damn it, Connor, I'm so used to Ryan. You both got northern UK accents.
Yeah.
But no, Connor, while you're there, you actually notice one of the Max men. So you're going over to drink with the Yakuza and with some vets as well, right? You're just kind of mingling. While you're there, you notice one of the river rats actually has like his big ass briefcase and walks up and goes, You Connor?
Aye.
Ah, I got paid a little bit of ads on site. Have package from Ingvar for you, and gives you this briefcase.
Well, please send my thanks back to him. This is going to be fun.
He kind of smiles and goes, Absolutely. I got paid pretty good for this job. Made sure I didn't snipe any of the parts myself. Hehe.
Oh, trust me, you wouldn't want to do that.
He kind of goes, yeah, didn't think so. And fucking, at this point, Decibel probably has taken his place at the throne. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's throwing some shit down. He notices that there's some river rats in here, so he opens with some fucking hard bass just because he's just like, fuck it. These guys always pop off, you know? And that they do. So while you're kind of at the bar there, right? But yeah, while you're at the
Timmy
bar,
Trumpet, you stop it.
while you're at the bar, you're sitting next to the Yakuza, and one of these street warden guys, he looks like another American classic kind of fella, looks at you, and he goes, hey, you're one of those, you served out, he's like, you served out in Liberia, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a tour or two around there.
He goes, hey, how the hell are you? I was in your supporting squad, Bravo Company. Kind of smiles and goes, you had one hell of a fucking tick mark count there, didn't you?
Well, who was counting?
Kind of goes, shit, man. The Blackpool was. They were fucking counting the whole thing. You know how much money I lost on you? I thought that Maverick was gonna be topping ahead of you, but you decided to just knock him out too full.
When you're good as it gets, it's so easy to knock him out.
Yeah.
And then he opens up the case and picks up the sniper rifle, especially when you get to play with one of these again.
He's like, is that what I think it is?
Yeah, it is.
And at this point, all of 9 Streets have gathered around. A whole bunch of river rats have gathered around. Even the Yakuza are kind of peeking out of the side of their eye. You know what I mean? You got like a veritable group of people who are looking at that, you know. And while you're doing that, probably Serum is right by you, Payne Dexter is like, ooh, pull yours out.
Oh God.
He'll draw
It's a
two.
measuring contest.
He'll draw 2 of them.
Yeah, you pull out the 2 handguns and like
and he'll work the slides like this. Both at the same time.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, Connor looks at Payne Dexter and goes like,
yeah.
What? And he pulls one of the rounds out. Can your gun hold one of these? And it's a 20 millimeter armor piercing high explosive round.
I wish it did.
Yeah.
Boys.
To be fair, to be fair, you got some tungsten rounds in that gun of yours there, Payne Dexter. Those are gonna slug through whatever. Mm-hmm. No, yeah. So you guys are drawing a little bit of a crowd at the bar as people are checking out your cool toys, and maybe like one of the Yakuza comes forward, pulls out a mono katana that just shines like sunlight, and people are like, ooh, yeah, it's a veritable fucking weapons expo at the bar now. Everyone's like, yeah, but check out the thing I got,
Look at my newest toy.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what you'd expect when you get a bunch of motherfuckers who murder people for a living in a room, Yeah. Cash.
Yeah. What am I doing? Oh, well, I noticed Lucky's been crying. So I'm gonna wander over there. I'm gonna roll my ass over there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna really quietly be like, honestly, I just don't know why I give a fuck. Like, out of character. She's gonna be so mean. I don't care. Whatever, it's fine. Fucking take my punishment and roll over there and be like, sup, you alright?
It's just, she's probably chatting with somebody, kind of turns and, I'm sorry.
Oh, is now not a good time to talk?
We
can talk later, I guess.
I didn't. It turns back to the person she was talking to and just, we'll talk about this in a minute. And
yeah,
she turns back and
shrug and head towards the bar.
Right.
It's probably that contact you had in the Vices, like maybe giving you a little more information, mostly punitive information, nothing important.
Right.
Probably more of those, hey, I'm getting FaceTime with a very important person, and you're like, okay, sure, I'm not doing anything else. One of those conversations.
It turns back. Yeah, it turns to you and goes, I'm sorry, I should be making time for my crew. You were saying?
Are we alone? Like, is there anybody around us?
You're in a bar setting, so you're as alone as being in a crowd full of people is, which can be pretty alone.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like, the shades cover it pretty well, but you got a little thing here.
All right.
I can see it from down here.
Are you sure you want to talk about this?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to find something to do because they won't let me fucking drink because I'm still fucking healing, okay? So now I'm sober, and now we have to have a fucking conversation because I'm sober. And I just don't know why you don't. This is a terrible time. This is a terrible time. You know what? I'm going to go sneak a drink. Just roll.
No, wait,
Yeah. Do you stop, Cash?
Yeah.
I'll stop. Yeah, I'll stop.
All right, we can talk about this just in my office.
Okay.
Her voice does sound... She does get very, very quiet.
Okay.
But yeah. How
I'll
have we been getting her up to the office?
There's an elevator.
I was gonna say we do have an
elevator.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A bar with an elevator. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got a basement, a sub-basement, a first floor, and a second floor.
That's fair. After all, we are in Europe,
Yeah.
Not like America, where what?
What's accessibility?
Accessibility.
Right.
We put this ramp from the first floor to the second floor. Use that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 45-degree ramp. I don't see a problem.
Just get someone to push you.
Just to get someone to push you. Oh my god.
Right. Yeah. No, but yeah, Lucky will probably take the stairs.
Yeah. Cash will take the elevator and just like shake her head the entire time like, that bitch isn't gonna come up here. She go. let me sit in front of her office for 20 goddamn minutes.
So, you, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Lucky's there along with the two guards that are usually outside her door now.
Yeah. She tells the two guards, you can both have the evening off. I'll see you tomorrow.
They kind of look at each other, look at you, and then they nod and kind of head off. Cash, they give you a respectful nod as they walk past.
I wave.
Yeah, the one that's actually cool kind of gives you a small wave, like a very low key, like, I'm on the job, so I can't look like I'm silly, but I am going to give you a wave back.
The one that's cool.
That's great.
The one
that's cool.
Uh-huh.
What's his name? I want to be friends. You can find out later.
Dave.
Dave!
Yeah.
What's up, Dave? That's awesome. Okay.
But Lucky would probably just tell you to close the door behind you as she probably enters first.
I will, like, roll into the door.
Probably is what it has to be.
Yeah.
Or maybe I could back into the door. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll back into it. You're like, I'm getting really good at this. Look at this cool trick I can do. And I'm gonna pop my front wheels off the ground. And I'm gonna like do that cool thing where you just like hover on the two wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. It's shaky, but it's there.
Right, right. Yeah. I've only had a couple days experience, so
yeah, you do that, and while that's happening, Lucky's back is to you, but she puts the glasses on the table. She takes her hat off, puts it on the desk, and probably as she turns around and you're rolling in, she completely breaks down. Just, like, completely falls apart. She is sobbing. Probably just collapses to the ground in a fucking pile. Like, head on your leg, like, yeah.
Oh.
Actually, you fucking wanted this.
Just bawling. Like, yeah, no. Just.
okay.
There.
Right, like I'm just
She's
like
probably gonna
honestly
be a total
look on
bitch
your
to
face.
me.
Like, a lot of shock, but also like, okay, so I don't really know how else to explain what's gonna happen. So a lot of shock because this is not something that I have ever seen before.
Nobody's seen.
Followed,
Nobody.
Right. Followed by like
a little.
Oh,
What's
well,
that?
yeah.
Scab just a little.
Yeah.
Like not even close to this level.
No,
though, but Scab's
no,
seen
no.
you like melancholy even and shed a tear every once in a while, but he hasn't seen you fall apart.
Yeah, no, just falls apart, head in your lap, crying.
I can technically walk, so I'm gonna like get up slightly enough to like roll the wheelchair out from behind me, and then I'm just gonna sit on the floor with you and give you a hug while you cry.
Aww.
Yeah.
For once, I'm not the emotional support ranger.
Yeah.
Someone else is.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm just gonna let you cry.
Yeah, I'm not sure where to go from here. This was pretty much all I had in my head of what was going to happen.
Cut to black.
Whatever. I don't know. I
Yeah, it could just be a cut to black. We don't have to like role play any
gonna
further.
say,
It's
I'm
just
like,
that scene where like she's on the floor with you and then just fades to black and next person. Or
Well,
ends it here,
actually,
whatever. Yeah.
I was gonna say, probably at this point, you hear a knock at your door, Lucky.
Hold
I'm
on.
behind the desk, let Cash answer it.
Hold on. Let's
I'm
see
gonna
20!
Can
Natural
I-
20! Alright. She fucking just... It is night and day, Cash. She is going from sobbing on the ground to face wiped on her feet, glasses on, hat on. probably gives a hand to help you up and says, "Come in."
The door opens, and you see Corporal Lamani say, "Oh, sorry, I don't know if I was interrupting a meeting or anything."
No, you're fine. Please come in.
And
behind the
she,
desk.
and she steps in briefly and basically goes, "I wanted to say that we appreciate you being generous. I have to go back and attend to things. My men will be here. If they cause any trouble at all, treat them as any other patrons. I don't suspect they will, but you know how soldiers get."
Of course.
She kind of smiles and says, "I'll see you on Sunday."
Nods.
Yeah, and she exits and closes the door behind her.
Yep.
Cash, what is your reaction to this?
Oh, it's okay, because the composure lasts as long as the door is open. And then she's got her head on her desk. She's got her head on her desk, hat and, glasses are off again. Just, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, lock your door.
Okay, that's fine.
That feels like everybody needs a minute,
Yeah.
Now you get a little bit of what Lucky's life is like outside of edge running and killing
The
people.
library is closed.
Right.
Let's not.
I don't know what that is.
Boink.
No, it's
No. I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
No. We can talk about this after
After
it
show.
may have happened on stream, but I am not discussing it on stream.
Okay, that's fine. I am completely and 100%.
I just know the quote.
Oh
Okay.
God! All right,
So-
I guess there's a story time after we turn off for
Please,
the night.
I need to
Continue.
know. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna roll over to your desk, behind your desk where you are.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll get close because I can still walk. And then I'm gonna get up, and it's gonna be laborious to get up and move around. And I'm gonna open your desk drawer, and I'm gonna pull out your bottle of liquor, and I'm gonna pour 2 glasses, and I'm going to slide them both to you.
Both.
You open her desk drawer, and
Yeah.
you see that beside her bottle of booze and a couple glasses that she has on her table, there is also the ring that she usually wears. It looks kind of like a class ring. It's this big gaudy brass thing.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it because Lucky's in a really sensitive space, and I don't know if she's
What?
sensitive.
No pill bottles?
She gonna shoot me in the face.
Oh no!
I don't
No, there are most certainly several discarded air hypos in the trash can. More than I think you might have realized, because you almost never see Lucky using an air hypo.
Mhm.
But there's a lot in the trash can. And keep in mind, these air hypos are a generic item, so these could be anything from cyclopine to cope with dissociation from cybernetics, to being opiates or stimulants or psychedelics or anything.
We could distill cyanide from apple seeds and put those in air hypos.
True.
We could, but that's not what we're gonna do right now.
We could reenact all flesh must be eaten. Fucking
True.
Heroin syringe kill.
True. Heroin stealth kill.
Yeah, that's that one.
Do you have a third glass in your office?
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Okay, I'll pour a third glass for myself.
Okay.
And I'm
Wait,
gonna
so you
lean
pour
over
2
there.
glasses for Lucky and 1 for yourself?
Yeah.
Why not just pour a double in the first glass?
Because I've always seen this bitch pour 2 glasses just to be the strong, powerful, I'm not going to share my booze with you. And I want her to regain some sort of fucking control here because this is a lot.
Yeah.
You know more about Lucky than you think you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know loads about you, but I also don't invest a whole lot of time because you're sometimes super mean. So
Fair. That's really fair, yeah.
Right. And I'm just gonna lean against the desk, leaning with the cup, and just.
It's a long moment before Lucky kind of looks up and... How much did you pour in these glasses?
Oh, fucking like that much.
Oh,
in like
so
that
like
big of a glass. Like they're
fingers.
big.
We're talking 3
I'm
or
just
4
like-
fingers.
It's solid. Like you might
Yeah.
as well be drunk. It's fine.
Well, the first one she just downs, like all at once. And then takes a deep breath and goes, all right, I've had my freak out for the month. I am okay. Moving forward.
Moving forward. Excuse me?
But like she's gonna stop you and go, "Are you actually okay?"
Working the way we have for so long, it's kind of been hard to keep in focus why we've been doing this. You never met him, but a friend of ours was taken from here one night by Lucan. He's had him for months. If there were any other way to get him back that didn't involve building a fucking army, I would have done it by now. But instead, I've had to waste time on petty politics. Hell, I've burned my bridge with my own aunt. Just to save someone who might not even be alive. I mean, they say he is, but... Are you really ever alive after having a monster like Lucan get his hands on you?
I guess you can ask him that when you see him. If he's present enough to answer. And I mean, is it such a bad thing though? Even if this person isn't alive, you're still taking care of a serious situation that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, and it's destroyed my entire life to do it.
Cash will take kind of a deep breath and be like, listen, I don't know what happened between you and your aunt, and you don't have to tell me. I think that time heals a lot. Whatever happened, it can get better. I don't know what kind of due diligence will have to be done on either end to make it better, or at least rebuild the pieces that are broken. But nothing is lost forever.
You make it sound
just
so
takes
simple.
Well,
like I can just mend a relationship with literally the most powerful woman on the east side of the Amstel.
Yeah, you
West
have to
side of
stop
Amstel.
you have to stop thinking about her like that, and you need to remind yourself that first and foremost she's family.
She doesn't
Strip
fucking
all-
care about that. Do you know how I got this? She says, lifting up her prosthetic hand. I got this because they wanted to have a fucking funeral for Sam. And then Lucan showed up. And blew me away. And I wake up. Do you know the first words I hear when I wake up? I hear, wake up, Lucky. You've got a war to win. That's what she thinks of me. And this whole time, I've been playing dutiful soldier. And the one time I'm forced in a corner and what? I don't put the Scarlattis first. The one time I don't put the Scarlattis first, and it's... We're going to have to reassess our evaluations of this relationship.
Oh. Well. Shit, let's have this conversation a second time tonight. I believe in a thing called found family.
You guys had this conversation first time tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird that we're bookending the session with this.
Yeah, that is weird. But I'm down for
like
it.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm gonna just I'm gonna take a drink, be like, oh, you weren't here for that. Just because they're blood doesn't mean they have to be family. And you gave a lot, and you got very little in return, from what I can see. I mean, you got a name, and you have power, but these things, aside from the family that you were born into, you acquired. You acquired with blood, sweat, and tears. You became the person that you are in spite of your family, not because of your family. At least how I see it. And I might be a little wrong, because we all need a little help sometimes, and it does help to have a name like yours. But if they are so willing to discount you so quickly because you have had a moment where you have decided to redirect your priorities, even if it's only momentarily, it is incredibly telling about the people that you have in your life. And it means that those people value you as an asset for as long as you are an asset to the family. They don't value you as a person with feelings and thoughts and other priorities beyond the family. The people here at Tartarus look up to you. You are their leader. You are the one that brings everybody back to center and refocuses, and you get us all on track. And even though sometimes you're a bitch to me, I still really super respect the shit out of you. And I have always really wanted you to like me, which kind of makes me mad, because then I feel like I'm kind of in your position, but in a different way. But that's fine. That doesn't even matter. We're moving on. The family that you find, the people that you care about at the end of the day, regardless of the blood in your veins or the surname you have, that's your family. The people that you care enough about to see them survive every single day, and you love them regardless of what they can give to you, and you know that they love you regardless of what you can give to them. That's family. Not you are an asset. Purely, I'm glad you exist. And it's okay. It's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to move on and move upward. It's okay.
There's probably a long moment, and she just says, it's a lot to think about. I'll do that. You can see her slowly start to put herself back together. She abandons the second glass of whiskey she was about halfway through.
I'll down my shit because I'm not supposed to be drinking.
He's like, nah, the fucking shit. I'll take it.
Say
Roll
what?
me 1d100.
Roll me 1d100 cash.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay. /R. Okay.
Yeah.
Please be a 1 or a
90.
3.
Hey, Cash, you feel sick to your stomach.
It.
You're the one drinking on painkillers.
I know, but
That's
I didn't
honestly the
figure
best
out-
thing that could have happened to you.
You feel very dizzy and sick to your stomach.
Better that
Oh.
than die in the middle of the night laying next to Trixie.
That's true.
Very
That's
true.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna try and like not seem that way.
Not
But I'm
Vaughn.
right. But I'm just gonna
All
like
right. Hide
I
it
think my
from me.
eyes look
I
at
dare you.
well, I probably
Roll.
can't,
Roll.
but I don't want to
Roll.
ruin this moment for you
Roll.
either. So it's
Roll.
like
This is
That's
New
the part-
Amsterdam.
that's-
Nothing ever ends on a completely happy note. Roll.
You're
what
just
am
like,
I rolling? What am
Cash,
I
do you
rolling?
want to roll me a
drug resist?
body type or
Oh,
drug
body.
resistance?
A body type or a drug?
That's your BT or drug
Resist-
resistance.
Yeah, resist torture drugs is a cool roll. If you think that
Is
would be
that-
better.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. You keep your shit down, but you know here in about 30 minutes, it's gonna come back with a vengeance either through the front or the back.
Oh, I'm talking about Lucky noticing this. How are you?
Oh.
Roll to hide this.
Do you want to
from
make a human perception roll there, Lucky? It's not a high DC.
Has-
I
I'm-
can perceive humans. I've rolled 2 3s tonight. Can I roll anything higher than a 3? All right.
Hey! Yeah, you know that she was
Okay.
about to vom and then she held it back.
Right. So what'll happen in that moment after I drink it, and I'm just like, my eyes will get real big, and I'm just gonna like slowly lean off the desk and stand up and like go over to
The
the
wheelchair.
wheelchair and just sit.
Lucky goes over to the door, unlocks it, and says, "You should probably get moving," she says, opening the door.
Please don't tell Trixie. Please don't tell Trixie I drank. She'd
Just
be
as
so
long as,
mad.
just as long as you don't tell anyone about what has happened here tonight.
Ooh,
That's
can we-
serious.
well, yeah. Can we like pinky promise? With your good hand? Will you pinky
Lucky
promise with me?
puts out a hand for a handshake.
Oh, but Cash will still be like,
She looks at you and, no, I don't think you understand. This is more than a signature or any amount of paper to a Scarlatti. You don't go back on a handshake. She's very serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell Lucky has has years of experience in her eyes behind this.
yeah, I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
handshake. It's I once heard the saying in New York, the Diamond District. Every deal in the Diamond District is secured by a simple handshake. There are no papers, no nothing, no legal documentation. And the reason for that is if you screw one person over in the Diamond District, the district as a whole blackballs you. Handshakes are a serious thing in some circles.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'll shake your
Carlotti's
hand.
and being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
As I shake your hand, I'm gonna like very gently be like, can you try and be a little bit nicer to me? Just like a hair nicer. Like, I don't know if you want to keep up appearances and still be kind of mean, but whatnot. But like maybe like less, like 5% less.
Can we just have a cry fest once a month?
Once a month, can we just sit down and have a solid fucking cry fest? Because honestly, it's cathartic as fuck. And I'll say that shit out loud.
Yeah.
The doors.
I love watching a very serious character like Lucky have to interact with Cash, who's an absolute goofball.
Yeah, and
It makes my soul happy.
you. I swear, my cheeks are just normally rosy red, but for whatever fucking reason, no, it's funny. I blush. Anyways, yeah, she just kind of goes, "I will treat you like everyone else on this team, And that is not an admission of me saying I haven't in the recent past. But I will treat you as everyone else.
Fucking finger guns. And then I'm going to start to roll my shit out.
You roll your shit backwards and you realize, oh, wait, no, yeah, no, this is still bad.
Yeah, like, I'm just can you call someone to roll me downstairs?
Actually, she will roll you downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will roll you downstairs.
That's
Absolutely.
very kind.
And I think that that's probably where we're going to end it for the night. That's a perfect little bookend. Yeah, solid, guys. Great episode. I loved having the Moot. So let's get some sign-offs. Let's start with Trinix. Scott.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Scott, and I played Trinix, who just sat and listened. But he had to find out what he's supposed to do in 4 days. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to join the dude that tried to kill him, that killed his father, or tried to kill his brother, but didn't get a chance to, but then killed his father, and he's going to go hang out with him. This shouldn't end bad at all. Okay, what else am I in? What is it? Thursday. So Saturday, my brain forgot the name of it. After the Bomb or something like that.
Yep.
I'm gonna be in that thing. That'll be fun. And then every other Sunday we got Gloomfall, where my brain just forgot everything. Oh, I played the normal blacksmith who got knocked unconscious and brought back to life, and then killed
a motherfucking phase spider.
Yeah. Yeah, I killed that. I also passed out too. Okay, and then there's also Fire Strike, where I play Xander, where my original plan didn't work, but hey, that's okay. I'm still alive, so that works. I think everybody's mad at Xander now.
Wathaki isn't. Wathaki's just happy Xander is okay.
Okay. I think that's it. That's all I'm in. All right, that's it.
All right, next, let's go to Payne Dextiel.
I'm the Computer King, the gentleman supervillain, and I was Payne Dexter, and he got to show off his pretty guns. And I only did one movie quote, but of course it was from The Godfather. It's perfect.
It was perfect.
On Mondays, I'm in Fire Strike, as long as that's going. We're getting near the end of the series, the end of a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be big fight. Tune in on Monday nights for that. I play a little guy who's only 3 foot tall but has 4 arms and is pretty goddamn strong and does kung fu to people. Yes, to people.
Yes.
It just doesn't just do kung fu. And other than that, if you're into the darker side of human sexuality, you can find me podcasting, Computer King, one word, .buzzsprout.com. And I'm going to see how close I can get to this camera while I say,
oh, Jesus.
You can find me on any
Oh my God.
podcatcher. Just look up Computer King. One word.
This is weird.
Okay. Before things get any closer somehow, we're going to move on to Brian.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 3 in the morning. I understand why Computer King gets like this. Well, anyway, I'm Brian. I played Connor tonight. I got my new toy. It's gonna be fun. Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna set myself up to snipe all these people. Because we know that's what's gonna happen. And let's see, on Mondays I'm also in Fire Strike, which yes, it's coming to an end. My God, that's been a 4+ year journey.
It's been a long time. I remember when you first joined Chaos Blood for one session.
I only got one session out of it, and then it just died.
Right? Sad days.
But anyway, yes, in Fire Strike I play Shaba Young mainly right now, and yeah, people are not exactly happy with her, but she went and does her thing, and she had a job to do. She tried to do it, didn't work. So, well, I guess off to Plan B. Let this diplomacy work. Every other Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday is Gloomfall, which I run that lovely adventure. You got to see the fight that's coming up. It's as long as Myrna stops rolling the d4 as I asked for. Um, it might end.
Nope. I'm just gonna
No.
keep playing my. I'm gonna keep playing my loot, and we'll be stuck in there forever grinding XP.
Well, yeah, it will be an XP grinder then. And
For the enemies.
Well, wow! If you only knew what was still sitting out there.
I'm scared.
You should be.
Yeah, you should be.
Also,
Rule number 1: you did not respect the enemy.
I didn't respect the dungeon. You're correct.
and you didn't even get past the main part. There's all the side areas. But anyway, this Saturday, after the bomb, we are starting this lovely adventure. I actually now have a fourth person. I'm happy. So, yes, it's Twilight 2000 4th edition. It's pure survival. It's basically World War III has happened. It's been going on for 5 years, and it's basically at a point it's like there's not much left to deal with. So now you gotta try to survive. Should be fun. Let's see how well these guys do. And that's it for me.
All right. Next, let's go to our emotional support hacker, Cash.
That was great. This is great. And it's like legit. It's real fucking advice for real fucking people. Found
Tech
families
support,
thing.
emotional support, same thing.
Yeah. And I love that you called me a goofball because it's just me. This is just me.
Amy, you are absolutely the biggest goofball on the channel, and I'm counting everyone. It's adorable.
Like it. I'm glad.
I need to step up my game.
I mean, do it. Let's fucking go. Hello, I'm Amy Gedden, and today I played Cash, this was so fun. I always like playing this game. This is so much fun. And quite enjoyable, and I am pleasantly surprised that I didn't get bit in the ass this time when I tried to have a nice conversation with Lucky. Usually I'm sad after our interactions, and this time I'm sad, but it's like a fulfilling kind of sad instead of like a aw. So
it's like an I get it sad.
Right. Not quite fulfilling, but I get it. Yes. Let's see. On Mondays, I'm also in Fire Strike, and that's loads of fun. And then on Thursdays, I am in Gunner's game, and he did not kill my bird. I'm very excited, and then I feel real bad because I was a bad bird mom because I said go find me and then left because the doppelgangers. And I thought the bird would be smart enough to go find my doppelganger, but really, that poor bird just flew around for who knows how long, having just the worst time trying to find me, the person.
We're calling the BPS on you.
Yeah,
it's protective services.
Actually,
that's
the
fair.
ASPCA.
Yeah, that's fair. That's really sad. But he's a friend, not really a pet. So if he ever wanted to leave, he could leave. But I hope he doesn't, and that shouldn't give you the agency to fucking let him leave. Please don't let him leave.
Only when you stray from what brought him to you in the first place. Anyway.
Right. That's true. Also, I'd have to like make a new token, and I just can't. So that's why the bird exists, because the token has a bird in it. So it's fine. And yeah, it's so much fun. Everything is so much fun. And I think that's it for right now. But I've got future shit coming, so we'll talk about that one day in the future.
In the future.
in the future.
All right, excellent. Next, let's go to our resident Tiger Mom, Scene.
Thank you. I thought about like going full like oh god.
Like Tiger King?
Oh,
Like,
like no, Tiger Lady to the Dragon Lady.
Yeah.
oh, I was
But I was
hoping
like,
to get a
nah.
white or a blonde mullet and
Oh god, no.
drugs.
Call
Oh,
me
God,
Dog
no.
the Bounty Hunter.
Nah, you're gonna be what the fuck's his name? Joe Exotic.
Oh god.
Best thing that
Anyways,
happened to Oklahoma and ever.
yeah, you got me playing Scene. Got to dress up a little bit, try to look as imposing as I can. Like, this is Tartarus. We're in control. Fuck up, and the tiger in the corner is gonna eat you. You know.
The lady or the tiger?
And yeah, I know who I know who that lady is, and it's so great. I saw right through her disguise. I was like, oh, not disguise. Actually, I think that's her true self. The disguise was what we met before. Which that means Yakuza's been around a lot longer than people thought. Anyways, you can catch me here on Mondays for Fire Strike as Oliver Byrne, the bear who was a bear, but only for half the session before he has to actually go to work. So he just goes to hibernate halfway through the session.
Yeah.
Middle of combat, wake me up when it's over. God, that'd be bad. You can also catch me on Wednesday nights in Beyond the Horizon, Over the Horizon. I don't know why I keep saying Beyond. Over the Horizon as Gideon Sunborn, the strength-based ranger who is just like the father of the group because it's a bunch of short people and then a crazy lady who is terrible at taking care of her bird. Just kidding. No, she's the mom of the group. And that's everything I'm in right now. I am trying to get a game started using the Pathfinder 2 system with a Strength of Thousands module, which technically runs from levels 1 through 20. I have the first one, which will run through 1 through 4, and then each one takes you up 4 more levels. It's taking place in a magic school, the Magambwa, which is the magic school in the Natambi region. I think it's Natambi. No, I can't remember. It's a really cool area though. Think like rainforest, jungle. Think jungle in Africa, and you got like that mixture. It's really cool. But yeah, I've got one set player, another possible player, but the time frame is going to really depend on that. So I still got to work out times with anyone else that's interested. It's set for 4, so I'd prefer 4 or more because apparently some of the combats can be deadly for 4 players, even though they're not supposed to be. But you know, it is a module that rewards creative thinking. You get full experience for even evading a situation. So there's that. Anyways, that's enough for me. Next.
All right, and that leads us to Little Miss Sunshine, Lucky.
That's right. If Sunshine was played by Dragon Force in minor, at about 185 beats a minute. So anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Firesmith, and today, you caught me having a mental breakdown and masquerading it as one of my characters. I mean, pretending to have a breakdown. Oh, don't give me that look.
Do you want me to come to your state and hug you for real? Because I will. I will do it.
That's too much driving. It sounds great, but that's too much driving.
No. I will fly.
You don't need to. That's expensive.
It's not. It's like $49. I'm not even kidding.
Excuse me? Did you say $50 flights to
from Phoenix to Kansas?
We're gonna have a discussion.
How hard do they have the passengers flap their arms?
Right,
really
like
hard.
I was looking at it. It was not $50, Amy.
They basically like slingshot you, and you have to get on. You have to use Southwest.
There's
the one.
Well, it's not Delta.
Southwest isn't bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Southwest. I trust their planes fall out of the sky less often.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the thing. imagine someone that maybe in retrospect didn't care about you all that much, but someone you really cared about and respected, like, your fucking hero. They say not to meet your heroes. Well, she met her hero. It was kind of what she expected, but then this hero just kind of went, hey, you fucked up once, I hate you now. And it was just kind of a,
Yeah.
So anyway, you can also find me on, let's see, this Saturday in After the Bomb. I know what I'm playing. Sundays you could find me on Gloomfall playing Marshall Stark. That's who the thing I play, and he's got a 20 AC for the moment. I can't forget that he's got 20 AC because mage armor lasts an hour. You can also find me on Mondays playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai who is probably going to end up taking a nap through half of the exciting stuff, come in at the end and go, so here's my 2 piece of wisdom. Oh yeah, we already fixed that problem. Oh, well, I guess I'll just go over in the corner and fuck myself then.
It's fine. It's fine.
And then you can also find me on Wednesdays running Over the Horizon, where I give you guys anything to choose from, and you choose to go fight bugs, like varmint hunting, like rat harvesting. I mean,
okay,
I didn't want to do it.
I only wanted to do it because honestly, my character's kind of fucking great in combat, and we just like leveled up, and I haven't had the opportunity to show you all the great things that I can do. And I knew that we would have to fight things, and then I could show you some fucking great things that I can do. That's all. This is the first character ever that is like actually like efficient in combat. So like, I'm very excited.
Be careful what you wish for.
that is all. Yeah, that's me.
Right. And that brings it to me, unless I'm missing somebody, which I don't believe I am. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm going to make this quick. My name is Mira, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and tonight you caught me running New Amsterdam with a great episode for everyone to jump into because it's about to be a big old linchpin episode. You can also catch me every other Sunday where I play the absolutely batshit crazy Madame Yenvrath. She's batshit crazy. That's all I gotta say, really, and she likes developing talent. This Saturday, I'm going to be in After the Bomb, playing Pat the Bunny, the character, in a game that I've never played before. We're doing Session 0 stuff, right, Brian? Like making characters and learning the system and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
Basically,
good.
It's the Session 0.
Then I feel confident doing going into Saturday while still being able to do the work on all my pay-for-play games. Let's see.
Did you say your name is going to be Cat the Bunny?
Pat the Bunny.
Oh, okay, because I was like, this is great.
I'll send you
Cat
a Pat the Bunny song, and you'll understand immediately the character I'm trying to play. I also am on Mondays as my 2 favorite characters with Aki the Seekers, Pizza and Sam Hain. They've been doling out wisdom to the crew and snarking off to literally everyone. They're barely attached to reality, but somehow are the most grounded members of the party. You also can catch me... no, that's it. That's all you can catch me on. If you're currently watching on Twitch, we love you so much. But also, what are you doing, you silly goose? You could be watching us again and again and again and again at youtube.com/PairODiceTheater. If you are currently watching us on YouTube, we love you so much. But also, what are you doing, you silly goose? Could be watching us live on twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater. And if you happen to like my usually long and snarky outro, but also right now it's almost 4 a.m. for half of the players here, you can catch us on Twitter at Pair Theater. So, with everyone here, let's give you a Nostrovia from Paradise Theater, and let's get the yuck out of here.
Also, find us on Discord. Find us on Discord.